Radio.
This the Hype Hour Radio with Dean Ming's script, home of the hottest rising indie artists. I'm Make So. Keep it locked in, baby.
Rising indie artists. I'm Boss Wood. Keep it locked.
Yeah, this is the Hype Hour Radio with Big Rip, home of the hottest rising indie artists. And I'm 7 the Great. Keep it locked.
Hype Hour Radio.
Yo, this is Solo Chicks, and I listen to the Hype Hour Radio show every Friday for the hottest rising indie artists, coast to coast.
Hype, hip hop, Big Rip.
When it come to flexing, who be cold as me? Certified in the game, I'm a OG. Niggas out here getting mad, they want me to leave. They know I be acting bad on the murder spree. See, it really ain't nobody better. Ask Big Rip, he said I'm equipped for the cheddar. And whoever wanna man up, better stand up. It's the plan, can't to make you put your motherfucking hands up. Married to a bad bitch, call her hip hop. Real niggas never switch, rep the same block. Can't prepare for the hit, they just heard a pop. Bank put me in this music, I can't stop, won't stop. I'm the definition of what y'all not. Prototype, looking like I should have been on top. I'm Tricoastal, and it's the Hype Hour. Been getting money, we just trying to get the power. Put your middle fingers up in the air, hold them high in the sky if you really don't care. Bad women if you single, independent, and you get it on your own, let me hear you say yeah. Real niggas if you stand for it tough, and you still getting bucks, put your motherfucking hands up. Anybody, everybody making moves, keep refusing to lose, this here for you. The real is back. 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 You tuned in to the Hype Hour. Big Rip in the Hype Hour. Yeah. The real is back. The real is back. The real is back. Tune in to the Hype Hour. It's Big Rip in the Hype Hour. Woo. The
Yeah, man, you know what it is. It's your boy Big Grip, the Dean, the Coach Professor. Every Friday, I got some of the hottest rides in the indie town. And I ain't gonna say these rides, and I got some legends, some pillars of hip hop community in the trap with me. You know what I'm saying? Tricoastal welcomes Pikahsso and GYLO, Mr. Agtown himself. What's up, my brother?
What's up, man?
Yeah, chilling.
Is the mic cool?
You good to go,
All right.
bro?
Oh, okay,
Like
cool.
it's so far away.
I told you these mics will pick up Jesus, man.
What's up, Jesus? Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jesus.
Yeah, man. Shout
up,
out to
man?
White Sky Daddy, man.
It's my first time on Tricoastal. I love it up here.
I'm
Yes,
saying.
your first time in person because your music has a home here.
I appreciate
You know
it,
what I'm
man.
saying? Your music has always found a residency, you know what I'm saying, here on Tricoastal, man. Welcome, bro.
Thank you. I love it.
Welcome, man.
I love it.
Y'all doing all right?
I love
Chilling,
it.
chilling.
Man, I got GYLO. GYLO, when the last time you gonna sit down and talk to somebody, man?
We was talking about that on the way here. bro.
What was the last interview I think I did?
Big
I
Clint.
think Big Clint. Yep, Big
Big
Clint,
Clint?
CBY.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and what's the girl? The rap? She
Floetic Desire.
Okay.
Yeah, she was there that night. So yeah, that was my last interview. Yeah.
Phone line's gonna be wide open all night, 817-443-2677. Call in any questions or, you know what I'm saying, if you want to tip your hat, you know what I'm saying, to Pikahsso and GYLO, man. What I plan on this being, cause this for me now,
Okay.
it's a history lesson. You know what I'm saying? I look at GYLO, you know what I'm saying? I once upon a time had quite a vernacular of MCing myself, Pikahsso.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I dibbled and dabbled in the art of lyricism and penmanship.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hence the name Dean Manuscript.
You still sound like a writer. You got a big lexicon of words you spew.
Sometimes,
Lyrical lexicon. I see you.
sometimes, and other times, I just sound like I'm from the country. You know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with that part too. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with that. GYLO, I want to ask both of y'all. I can remember, you know what I'm saying, when your song hit the airways. I just want to know, you know what I'm saying, your history and what got you into hip-hop, you know what I'm saying, and we're going to get to, you know what I'm saying, one of the biggest songs the DFW scene, you know what I'm saying, terrestrially, you know what I'm saying, but I want to know, you know what I'm saying, when did you fall in love with hip-hop and what gave you, you know what I'm saying, your ability to say, hey, man, I'm supposed to go spit this shit.
I'm here.
You know what I mean?
You ready now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tripping.
He a little rusty. You.
Sorry. So, yeah, as far as me falling in love, honestly, I fell in love with music from the church.
Okay.
You know, because I played the drums at the church.
Okay.
So, naturally, you know, once I got older, I wanted to be like, you know, I want to listen to everything. Because at first I was just listening to gospel. 1989, I remember the year. I know I started late, but 1989, I finally started listening to secular music, as they call it, for myself.
In 89.
In 89, I know. So I started late, but the first things that I heard was Don't Believe the Hype, Bonita Applebum,
Oh, that's a good one.
and sad to say, You Can't Touch This. So it was when 1.3 Jams first came to Dallas.
Shout out Rick James.
Can't touch this.
And once that happened, I dove head in.
Did you?
And then I did my research. And then I went back and I listened to everything, picked up everything. So that's when I could say I truly fell in love. So 1989. Now, I've heard rap songs way before 1989, but for myself, just going into it, 1989, I remember.
So everything was prior to that, you know what I'm saying? You was daddy a pastor or something? Or,
Yeah, I'm a preacher's kid.
Okay, because you said it sounded like you was pretty strict. You know what I'm saying?
It was.
You was just jumping off into it, so it was a whole bunch of Mahalia Jackson and
Andre Crouch, Clark Sisters, the Winans, you name it. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
So, but yeah,
and that's when we all grew up on it. That's 80s. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. That's what it was. That's what, and it's sad to say because I tell my dad all the time. I'm like, he introduced music to me and my sister. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we got our first music. I mean, I was so sheltered. You know, I had no idea who Philip Bailey was. I thought he was a gospel artist. I thought Al Green was a gospel artist. That's how sheltered we was.
Yeah.
We didn't get to listen to none of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Pops wasn't playing none of that.
yeah, and Mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, once I got older, I'm like, I'm in high school. Like yeah. I'm like, they were like, you jam Al Green? I'm like, yeah, y'all jam Al Green? I'm sitting there looking. I'm like,
Who's Al Green?
y'all listen to gospel? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's all I don't know. Everything's gonna be all right. They was like, no, Al Green sung soul songs before that. I'm like, okay, let me just shut up.
Let me just be quiet. Pikahsso, you know what I'm saying? What about you? You seem like your palette is so versatile, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested in, you know what I'm saying, what made you get the spirit, you know what I'm saying, to want to give us some of this verbadelic.
See, I equated to my mama, rest in peace. She was born Catherine Moore, Aberdeen, Mississippi, country girl.
Okay, Aberdeen,
Mississippi. That's why you ever see on my video Aberdeen, Dallas. That's my way of paying homage to her. Even on this T-shirt I got Aberdeen on the license plate.
Okay.
I'm always paying them cat.
Yeah.
You see the cat, that's me paying homage to her. So I'm always sublime. My mama got me real eccentric and watching Sesame Street and Zoom. So, but how I got into rap, my mama, they Muslim. So we went to go see, I've said this a million times, but I'm telling your platform. We went to go see Imam Muhammad Muhammad speak in Washington, D.C., like in the 80s. And on the way there, I'm listening to Nucleus and Fat Boy. Wiki, wiki, wiki. I'm older than him. we didn't have no beat machine. We beatboxing with our mouth. Like, wow. Then to make a long story short, we get to D.C. I see this guy. He can do what I heard on the radio.
Yeah.
So when I went to D.C., that's when I first started doing that. I'm like, wow, I never seen somebody on the mind you coming from Oak Cliff, that's where I'm from, in South Dallas, going to D.C. And I seen him, and I just got the bug. When I came back, my mama just started helping me cultivate it. But rest in peace, believe it or not, man, watch this and get a mix and all this kind of stuff. Like how you doing? That's what my mama would have done for me back in the day. Except we had a realistic mix or something like that.
Yeah,
not that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I blame my mom and my stepdaddy and my sister for me getting into hip hop. Really believe my sister Hanifa, my stepdaddy, and my sister. And Nana Lee really helped me. She lived across the street from me.
For real?
Nana Lee from Skip Murphy.
Wow.
So she the one got me a big jump too. So that's how I started doing my mama now. We jumping, but thanks to my mama.
I want to ask. I asked something because I remember the first hip hop album, or the first time going to the record store, and you know what I'm saying, some of the first music that I bought. You know what I'm saying, GYLO. You know what I'm saying.
I never really know mine.
Yeah.
So mine, I went. I think it was Sam Goody and the Six Flags Mall. One of them, Six Flags or Forum 303 in Arlington, and I'm like, I want to get my first tape. I just got to go buy. I saved up $10, went in there, and I'm just like, I know what I want to get. Mine was Step Into the Arena, Gangstar.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
What made you buy that?
I don't know. I think I seen Guru the video. You know what I'm saying? Because I was researching then.
Yeah.
So I had all my tapes recorded or whatever. But yeah, I'm like, you know what? That's the tape I'm gonna buy. That's the first tape I bought.
Yeah.
You know, and from then it was on. You know what I'm saying?
Gangstar, Step Into the Arena. What about you, Pikahsso?
My first tape that I can remember used to be a record store in South Dallas called Reese Record Shop on Oakland Avenue. Now they call it Malcolm X Boulevard.
Okay.
I'm the old South Dallas.
Yeah.
They call it Oakland. 44 Oakland, it's the Busty. They had a place called Reese Record Shop, and I went there, and he told me about Mantronics and MC Shadi. I said, my name is Shadi, and I gotta be tough. Ooh, he had that, he had some Adidas on, a little hat turned around. I just thought he was just fly. I was just getting, that's back when we got albums, how they look, Mantronics and Luke. That's probably something Beastie Boys. Them probably them folk, Luke, Mantronics, Shadi, and Beastie Boys. Paul, License to Ill. Them was on the first album. Of course Houdini, but I definitely know it's Mantronics and MC Shadi. I thought they just looked like the music, man.
Yeah.
Shadi had that, remember that? He was on Luke Records.
Oh yeah,
He had that black and red Adidas on. He had that standing like that.
Yeah. I remember some of them early Shadi covers.
Yeah, them covers, the way he was dressed. He had a B-boy stand. I just thought he looked like hip-hop.
Yeah.
So, Reese Record Shop in South Dallas. Everybody from South Dallas, from my era, they would know what I'm talking about.
I think
I bought it on cassette.
I think the hip hop that we used to get, because I'm from the country, I'm from East Texas.
Okay.
So I remember coming to Dallas to see my auntie, you know what I'm saying, and we staying with her in Pleasant Grove or whatever, and I was happy to hear y'all radio station, you know what I'm saying, because they used to mix. I used to always make sure I brought a tape so I could put it in her radio, so I could record the radio while I was up here in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
That was the end of Dallas. Dr. Rock and Ushay?
I guess so. Yeah.
104?
I had to. Yeah, it had to be 104 for sure.
What year?
I'm middle school, so I'm saying anywhere between from 85.
Dr. Rock Ushay.
Yeah. I was a youngster. I was middle school. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it was around them time. You know what I'm saying? So I remember, you know what I'm saying, the radio then, it was just so different from what we had going on in East Texas, because East Texas was, you know what I'm saying, it's country, and we're going to get a whole bunch of church music all day Sunday.
Where East Texas?
Texarkana.
You know Ray C?
Yes, sir. Ray C gave me my first break. You know what I'm saying? Ray C let me rap on the radio. Ray C will tell you I got
Man,
the
I know
bars.
Ray C used to play our stuff on repeat on purpose. When I was signed with Red Rum, me and Google, and a little Texas came him and his daddy on that stage.
Yes,
Ray
sir.
C had that deep one.
Yeah,
He still out there?
B1035.
Man, he showed up. Ray C, shouts out to Ray C. He showed us. That's on the first time. That radio station go to about 4 different states. Out there in Texarkana.
Because what it is, if you ever been to Texarkana, you know what I'm saying, we really right there in the middle, and they really call us the Oklahoma Tex. You know what I'm saying? Well, they threw Oklahoma in. It used to be the Oklahoma Tex. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, then when shit started to pop off in Oklahoma, because it's right there, everything, you can get to Arkansas in 10 minutes, you can get to Louisiana in about 40 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Oklahoma right up the road about 30 minutes.
You still talk to Ray C?
Through Facebook a lot.
Ray C, if you watching this, man,
I'm
thank
to tag
you.
it. That's what
Ray C, if you watching this, man, you might not remember. I was a little young. I had hair back then.
Brian
Thank you.
Versi,
You showed me and Google so much love, Ray C. When we was back in '98. We had got the distribution deal with Red Rum and Private Eye Mercury. We used to stop it on the way to Arkansas and Memphis. That was part of the tour with Oak Cliff Assassin. Used to take me and Google. Man, shouts out to I forgot all about him. Shouts out to Ray C. That boy, he'll show you love and just keep playing your stuff over and over. I wasn't used to nothing like that. So not to change the subject. When you said that,
that's good shit.
Ray C, Texarkana, he showed us a lot of. He don't even realize, man. That was like the litmus test. You remember? He showed us a lot of love, man. On purpose, he played it again. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that. They couldn't do that in Dallas.
They couldn't. That's like one of the things like I want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But GYLO, we gonna get to it. You did see some radio, you know what I'm saying, some spins here. But a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, locally, they don't really get the love. Who was running radio when you was getting spins? You know what I'm saying? On where I'm from.
Skip Cheatham.
Tell them how you got it. Tell them the story how you got that on the radio. They need to hear that.
We can, I guess I let you start at the beginning of that. You know what I'm saying? Where that deal come from, and you know what I'm saying, and you coming up with that idea to do that song, and give me the whole spiel. I want to know.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a long story.
We got time.
Yeah, people need to know that, man.
So the long story starts out when we were doing shows at Deep Ellum. So I was in a group called Mouth of Madness with Bilal. Tone Hunts. He's basically a DJ Bilal now.
Okay.
And we did all kinds of hip hop shows and Deep Ellum and everything like that. But I was always going to Midpoint. You know what I'm saying? Like Pikahsso and them, they wasn't there. You going where? Have fun. You know what I'm saying?
You want to fuck around Midpoint?
When he needed to.
You talk to some females. But I'm more of a lyrical spiritual kind of guy.
But I was always, you know what I'm saying, I was always, like you say, on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was a church boy, you know what I'm saying, I was listening to church and I was listening to secular. So once I started listening to secular music, I was always listening to Underground, you know, Scarface and UGK or whatever and everything like that. But at the same time, I'm listening to Black Moon, Souls of Mischief, and, you know, all them type of people. So
for sure.
I was always like that. So we would go do a show in Deep Ellum. All right, cool. It's still early. I'll see y'all on Saturday night. I'm going to Midpoint. So I'm up in Midpoint. So we used to try to get them to play our stuff in the Midpoint. Hip-hop, underground stuff. Even though we was cool, this ain't going to work. We did some shows. We did a hip-hop show in Midpoint.
Cocoa Butter Boss.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coco.
Coco shows a lot of love.
Yeah, so we
that's who I try to pattern myself out.
We did a couple shows there, and it wasn't, you know, it wasn't working. So one day Peanut comes up and hit me up, and he was just like, "Hey, Cho did a beat." I'm like, "Okay, let me hear it." I was like, so I looked at the tape, and the tape said Midpoint. I said, "Okay, what is he on?" So he pops in the beat, and I'm just like, Cho is a genius, and he does stuff even being funny. His stuff being funny, like, hey, I just did this because I'm gonna make a bounce record and call it Midpoint because I'm just making fun of it. That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
He made the beat, so I got the beat, and I'm just like, I listen to it. I'm like, okay. I get where he's trying to go. You know what I'm saying? I get what he's doing. It's snapping. I slept on the beat. So I go to Midpoint. And if you ever been there, I don't know if you ever been at Midpoint before.
I did happen to. I moved her by 95 in.
Oh yeah, so you was there.
So yeah, I
was there.
Midpoint a couple
so
times.
if you know Midpoint, this is what you're gonna hear all night. Downward, funky town, downward, funky town,
Yeah.
all night. You know what I'm saying? So I finally went home, and this is probably like months later. I finally listened to the beat, and I'm just like, okay, what goes on at Midpoint? So I started listening to it, and that's how I came up with the hook. I'm like, okay, so I gotta include Agtown because that's where I'm from.
Yes, sir.
So, okay, we gonna put Dallas in there too. You know what I'm saying? Make it universal. So I hit all the sides. I'm like, okay, what else go on at Midpoint? Oh, keep it crunk. Keep it crunk all night. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give them what they want. So I made the song, and we did the song in the studio and everything like that. Again, I slept on it again. I had a tape, took it home. The people that did the hook, the original hook, Wendy and who was it?
We're gonna go that deep dive.
Yeah, anyway. But anyways, we did it, and so Peanut gave them tapes. They took it to their college and everything like that. They went to then they was just like, oh, that's jamming, that's jamming. I'm still asleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't paying attention to it. So Peanut gave a copy of it to Ghetto Priest and Mr. Long. They had a CD copy of it. We had a show in Little Rock.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? So we all going up to Little Rock for a big show. So we go up there. Me and Peanut drove in. We go get to the room or whatever. Everybody like, okay, we all about to get on the bus. We're gonna go from Little Rock to Pine Bluff on the bus.
I was on that bus.
So we got on the bus, and it was a whole bunch of Fort Worth people from there. I don't know if you remember Millennium Records.
For sure.
So Millennium,
yeah.
So Millennium Records was on the bus, and they was deep.
Three Kings, yeah.
They was deep. You know what I'm saying? So they took up pretty much half the back of the bus. So everybody playing their stuff, they playing their music. So we just getting on the bus and we just chilling. So all of a sudden, Ghetto Priest gets up. He's like, yeah, we gonna play our jam. We gonna play our jam. And he puts on the thing, and I hear where I'm from. I'm looking at Peanut. I'm like, how you got a copy of the CD on? I ain't got a copy. And he was just like, oh yeah, I let them use it. They was in a session, a while back, so I let them get a copy. I'm like, okay. So it came on. Agtown. There was probably like 4 of us on the bus that was from Agtown. Funky Town, the whole back of the bus. And I'm like, okay. So we go try to do the show. The show was thrown off. It didn't go too well.
You say Pine Bluff?
Oh yeah, it wasn't Pine Bluff fault. It was the promoters.
Janky promoters.
Anyways, we get back to the room, and the DJ Wody, that was at Midpoint, and he was just like, he said, yeah, bring it to the club Saturday. I'm like, okay, what time? 9:30. All right, 9:30. I'm like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? So I get to Midpoint at 9:30. That's when everybody's trying to get in for free. You got stragglers. You know what I'm saying? They just sitting down, chilling. Anybody that want to get early drinks, probably like maybe 25 to 50 people there. He's like, all right, where's that? Here it is. I'm sitting there looking at the crowd. I'm like, ain't nobody here. Nobody here. You know what I'm saying? So he pops it on. Don't. Came to the party feeling good. Represent. What's the name of your hood? Everybody that was sitting down, all 50 of them people got on the dance floor and started jamming.
Yeah. Keep it crunk,
So we he sat there and looked. He was like, all right. And I don't know if you met Erskine before.
I can't remember him personally.
Okay,
so I'm gonna say no.
Erskine is a laid back dude, but he can be funny at times. But when he DJing, he's serious. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, all right, I'm gonna play it later on. I'm like, all right. He said, you gonna stick around? I'm like, yep, I am. So if you ever been in Midpoint, at 12 o'clock, he say, security, get ready, because we about to take it. You know what I'm saying? So they played 2 slow jams right before they played the crunk music. They played the slow jams, you know, that's it. After that, boom, boom. From then on, it became a hit. I was just like, I'm looking out, I'm like, I cannot believe this.
So
Like-
you had recorded the song and I said did it a couple of times, but you just didn't have no belief in it.
I slept on it.
Yeah.
I did. I mean,
That song was pushed for a long time, man.
Yeah.
To get to that level, he got it. Not to speak it up and just, get to the oomph to it, but he
Yeah.
worked it for a minute.
How long did it take for
the radio?
before Woody did that for you at the club or whatever?
Oh no! Before he played "Where I'm From" at the club,
Yeah.
it was years before he played
For real?
"Where I'm From."
For a long time.
You know, that's how I said we did hip hop shows there. We were doing hip hop stuff, still doing underground stuff, but we couldn't come up with a hit. And so when I came up with that, I took it up there one night, and after that, it was
So
on.
what you saying? You had reworked it? You know what I'm saying?
No, never, no. We were doing hip hop underground songs. We were doing like
You
jazz
just-
loops and stuff like that. You
Yeah.
know, it just wasn't working.
That's my ass.
You know what I'm saying? So we took him stuff to play, but he wasn't gonna play it. You know what I'm saying? He got, I can't play this. That's gonna put people to sleep. No, this ain't that type of crowd. You know? And
Where
so
I'm from.
no, not where I'm from. Before I did where I'm
Okay,
from.
I understand it now for sure.
Before I did where I'm from, I was doing a lot of underground hip hop shows.
Yeah.
So we were doing Kill, Destroy Them Seas, Method to the Madness.
That's like I just got.
He was on the hook. He was on the
I never
hook.
cared about being on the radio, to be honest with you. I just like being different.
But again, when I did that, I wasn't trying to get on the radio. I just did it for Arlington. I did it strictly for Midpoint. The name of the song on the tape was called Midpoint. And then I changed it to Where I'm From. But yeah, he didn't play nothing from us. He
Now
didn't
tell
give
him
us
how
a
you got
jam.
it on the radio.
Oh, so after he played it, he had it going at Midpoint, and it took off. You know what I'm saying? So it was a hit way before it touched the radio. 6 months. So Rock T used to DJ at Midpoint on a Thursday night.
Okay.
So he was just like, he came in there one night. He was like, wait a minute, who was that? Oh, that's GYLO. I need that. So he played it on a Thursday night, and he was like, I'm going to take it to the radio. I'm going to put it on Battle of the Beats. What's it, Battle of the Bands? Beat? Something, whatever.
Shout out to Rock T. I
You
remember
did
him.
have something like that.
Yeah, so it was Cocoa Butter and Rock T. And them.
He's Coco.
Yeah, so they put it on the Battle of the Bands, and it started winning. So it won so much that I started knocking out major artists. Matter of fact, I think
I think that's what I remember about the song too.
So it was on and Battle of the Beats or whatever they want to call it, and I think I won maybe like 3 weeks straight. I'm knocking out Biggie and stuff like that. Tupac. I'm like, I can't believe I'm beating them out. You know what I'm saying? This don't make sense. But after that, they finally put it in rotation. You know, there was no money exchange. There was nothing. It just, matter of fact, I could tell you how it happened. The version that they had, it had Ghetto Priest and Mr. Long on it. The song was probably like long for the radio to be playing.
Yeah.
So that version of the song, they took it and spliced it, and they took Mr. Long's verse off of. Yeah, they did it on their own. They just like, this is the version we gonna play. So that's what made on the Battle of the Beats and start winning on the Battle of the Beats. I'm just like, okay, I wish they wouldn't have did that, but okay, what can I say? They did
problems.
it. You know, I didn't take it. I didn't did it. They edited their
I
own
didn't
self.
see it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, radio, if they do what they want to do. If they want something, they'll do it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they did. It won, and then after that, they put it in rotation. Then they came back, and they was just like, okay, look, we can't do this version no more. And that's when they just start playing a version with just me on it. 97.9 came in, and they was just like, okay, so we going to support all the local artists at this particular time. So who's the hot local artists? Okay, we got GYLO, we got DeVille, we got Bobo Luciano, we got Pookie, we got...
Forgot about DeVille.
You know what I'm saying?
Real
We got
cool
Lucci.
dude.
You know what I'm saying? So they start putting us all in
Rock
rotation.
Black, when he was doing that, Shake Them Haters though?
He was
That's
before that.
after. Was he before that?
Yeah, he was before that, I think.
Quint went to school with me.
Yes.
Bank, what up, Quint?
So, yeah,
Dallas.
that's how 97.9, they came in and they played the version with just me on it, and they blew that to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And from there, I'm in rotation on both K104 and 97.9 without paying a dime.
Without paying a dime. What did y'all have? What was the situation that you had? Did you have a record situation at the time where you had your business in order? Where you how long did that record stay on charts? You know what I'm saying? Was you able to keep up with that and know your
that's
history
a lot of stuff
on
when
that?
Red Rum came in. James Shepard and them kind of came in to help a lot of that stuff over to keep it in mix a little bit.
So that situation with Red Rum came after that.
I can tell you that story too.
Yeah, I want that story.
Yeah, but James helped a lot with that business in because
that was from Red Rum.
Yeah, James
Yeah, so
Shepard.
How did this? How did y'all link? Is that where y'all met it? You know what I'm saying?
no, I met him way before Red Rum.
I have a lot to do with that, but he met him before that.
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
and James good friend. We had the Eargas and CDs.
Yeah,
CD stores.
so what happened? Same thing. James is in Midpoint, you know, because he already doing Red Rum stuff or whatever. So I used to promote for Red Rum. You know, I'm like taking the records up to get them played or whatever. Hey, got this new cabal. Hey, you know, we got this whatever. And they like, all right, cool. So I was promoter. You know what I'm saying? So they start playing where I'm from in Midpoint. And so James is in there. And he talking to Woody, and he was like, yeah. So he started playing it. He was like, who was that? James asking Woody, who was that? And Woody looking at him like, are you serious? He like, nah, who was that?
It was your house every other
He
day.
like, that's GYLO. What? Hell no. Click. Peanut. Where you at? And so after that, you know, the Red Rum situation came in, and they were just like, so you mean to tell me he promote for us, but he got a radio hit? Okay. We on BET, Rap City. We getting our video played, but they not playing Cabal on K104. You know what I'm saying? How did GYLO sneak in with a radio hit? I'm like, look, I
Streets
don't know.
wanted it. Yeah. He broke it with one of the hottest teen clubs right here.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So James called Peanut. Next thing you know, hey, come down to the lab. We gonna do this.
Deep Ellum, Google.
You know what I'm saying? And
Shouts out to Google, Zero, and Pierre.
that was a whole experience. So, you know.
Man, for sure.
Because they used to seeing me. They know who I am. I'm in the lab all the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just not working, you know?
Yeah.
You know, so, but yeah. Pikahsso had a whole lot to do with that.
Say, man, you know what it is, man. It's the Hype Hour. It's your boy, Big Rip, the
That was a
Dean, the
long
coach,
story,
and the
man.
professor.
You
we ain't done yet. You know what I'm saying? We
Shouts
gonna
out to Said from Fort Knox and JD. I seen them checking
for
in.
sure. That's what I want to holler at the people, man, for sure, man. Y'all see the number up at the top, 817-443-2677, man. GYLO in here giving us. This is going to be a history lesson tonight, man. Well, we're going to get it out, man, like, because I really want to know, you know what I'm saying, the radio and everything, like, say, because you got a lot of love from them, evidently. You know what I'm saying? That they love the song, and like saying, you had people up there that really had the platform. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't theirs, but they put it out there. You know, because when they came up with the Battle of the Bands, we're going to talk to it. You know what I'm saying? Where is that these days, though?
I don't know, man.
But we gonna get to that part, man. Shout out to my nigga Ag 4 in here. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
JD from the Trap House. What up? Trap House.
Yeah, what up, JD?
Complete. What's going
What
on?
up,
with
Tommy?
it, man?
Tommy Ward.
Who's Tommy Ward?
That's two guns, baby.
I see your boy. That Ray C left the comment in there.
Yeah, he did.
Shout out to Ray C. If you checking it. Hey, man, I know you don't remember me. That was like 20-something years ago. I had long hair, but thank you for showing me and Google love and that Google repent. We wasn't used to no love like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we was on tour. We said, stop the race. Somebody had us stop through there. We just stopped. He's cool as hell. We didn't even want to leave. We weren't used to that kind of. Oh, my phone loud.
Turn it down.
I did turn it down. It left a mess. I got the volume. That was a message.
You be trying to make sure you don't miss your messages.
I think Jesus heard that. You said it. That was loud. Sorry about that, though, man.
Nah, man, it's all good, man. Tricoastal Radio, man. We number one finna hit about from coast to coast. Me, I'm the Dean, the coach, the professor. We all fin here, man, for sure. Shout out to Judge Too Heavy. What's up with it, man? DFW legends are in the building with me. Yeah, man. So we gonna pick it up from there. Like I said, when they got the record playing and they were spinning it at 97.9. Where did that song? Where did it take you from? Because I seen like in some of the press that you had back then, I thought I say Mississippi, or was it Joe people you took into Mississippi? Where did that record take you, bro?
Play with TV. I know you know that.
Yeah.
Mystical doing some open
Yeah,
film.
Flavor TV did it, and once we got on Flavor, because I think they played Flavor TV in a lot of different places, but yeah, all up down Southwest. We did Mississippi because we hit Jackson.
I love
Definitely Arkansas. We had some people in Arkansas. Yeah, Arkansas. Down Texas.
I remember at one point you were doing remixes for different cities.
Yes. Oh,
Did
Houston.
you even? Did you? They have like doing like remixing things in, like
Yeah.
is Atlanta? You remember that?
Yes,
Hey, just
yes.
doing stuff you'd even go to. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, we did. Well, I mean, I think we touched a little New Orleans, but we didn't break New Orleans. We touched a little, but it wasn't broken New Orleans. Mississippi, Arkansas, those were probably like the big spots.
So when you was going to them cities, was that promo for y'all, or was they booking you and they bringing you out?
Yeah, no, they was telling us. They were like, we need you to put our hoods in. So every place that we were getting rotation, they would have me do the remix with their hoods. So I'm doing all Arkansas hoods, then I'm doing all Mississippi hoods, and then Houston. That's a whole nother story. Yeah, we took Houston, which is rare for a Dallas artist to do. But name off all them Houston hoods. I don't remember them. But
Hiram Park. All of them. I remember just being around.
But we redid it and did it for all of Houston hoods. And when we went down there, Mean Green showed us love. You know what I'm saying? Well, he showed me love. When I walked through, I'm like
that.
Yeah.
Because
you had a deep crescendo in his voice. Ask him about that.
So when we get down there, we would Google. We red rumming it. So we get down there. James and Google come up. They was like, look, we've been trying to get on Mean Green radio show, and he wouldn't invite us. He said, so he invited you in his corner. He picked me. He like, look, they can all stay back there. Cool. Come holler at me real quick. So I'm like, all right, cool. So Mean Green, I don't know, was it a Navigator? He had me in his Navigator. He had show me all his guns and stuff like that. Show me his little fax machine and the gun. In the Navigator, he was like, yeah. He said, if I want Southside to ride out, they gonna ride out. He said, believe me. He said, you understand where you at? I'm like, yeah, I know where I'm at. He was like, all right, cool. So he interviewed me and everything like that, showed me love. He was like, you cool. And I'm like, okay, how in the world I get in this corner? You know what I'm saying? I'm tripping. I'm like,
yeah, he had to flex on you first.
Yeah, he showed me who he was.
That's how they did it back then.
Yeah, he showed me who he was. He was like, I got a gun here, going here. Okay, cool. I don't want no trouble. He was like, yeah. He said, it's cool. I know where I'm at.
Your son, that song might have had some people thinking, you know what I'm saying, because you claiming size or whatever. It did give you a bravado of, you know what I'm saying, it probably brought the gangster out of some people.
And y'all don't even like that.
At all.
But that song vibrated that, though.
It
you know
did.
what I'm saying, a little bit.
Yeah,
It did.
I can see that, yeah.
It did. And I wasn't scary. You know what I'm saying? That was one thing, because when I finally did the main interview with Skip Cheatham, he's sitting there and he was like, okay, tell me the formula. What happened? I'm like, okay, he already know it. He know the formula. He just want me to say it. So I told him, he was like, yeah, he said, you outsmarted the majors. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what I did. Okay, I outsmarted the majors. He said, look, he was talking about.
With inclusion.
Yeah, he called him out. He was like, he said the Def Jam bus came down here when they had their little bus.
South?
I don't know who it was. He was like, they all in Plano. He said, that ain't even a demographic. Why are y'all in Plano? You know what I'm saying? He said, y'all took care of everything. Y'all went from Denton all the way down to Waxahachie, all the way down, to Tyler.
Yeah.
All the way, y'all went everywhere.
Right with Flip too, remember that?
Exactly.
And Hump.
So, yep. So, he was like, man, he said, y'all did what y'all was supposed to do. That's how y'all outsmarted the majors. He said, because if you look at it, some of these major artists, they come in here, they trying to get played. All these fabulous records and all these people, it ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of the things that we did. But yeah, the Mean Green situation when we got into Houston was like, he's like, you performing here tonight. I'm like, all right, cool. What was it, Roxy's?
I forgot. Houston was fun though.
Yeah, Houston was.
Women in Houston.
A1?
Yes.
Both of them said yes.
Yes.
Emphatically
It's
yes.
very beautiful the 90s, I tell you.
Oh, we ain't even got on the Kappa. Oh, we'll talk
Oh,
about
my
that.
God.
We'll talk
I
about that.
forgot all about the Kappa Beach Party. They don't know. You ever been to the Kappa Beach Party?
No, I ain't.
Oh,
Oh, that's a magnum opus event. Y'all look up the word magnum opus. You know why I said that.
So I'm gonna pause it right there. What was you doing in your
Being
hip hop
weird.
journey? Yeah, at
Man,
that time?
me, I'm the kind of dude like Jalo. I had Jalo and them doing this, and hey, I'm gonna do this. I always try to be the kind of guy to do something that's really avant-garde. Even though I was on a gangster label like Red Rum, I've always tried to be.
What got you there on Red Rum?
That's a good question, James. Me and James, we had we was doing music or doing promotion called Game Type Promotion.
Yep.
And one day we was at Lakeside. That's a big club out there on the lake, and we seen Zero from Red Rum. He said, "Man, we've had a, we don't want to go work no regular job. We trying to use the promotion to finance our rap." And we seen Zero from Red Rum. He had a bag. He said, "Hey man, play fool. I do promotion. Yeah, cool." He paid us in the park. We passing our flyers at Lakeside. We rappers.
Yeah.
And he found out rapping. And he said, "I got a studio." Make a long story short, so that people keep the entertainment value that's going, so it won't get boring and long-winded. We go down to the studio. I see Google. Google really aggressive African dog.
Okay.
Pikahsso, what's your name, man, fool? That's a Pikahsso. Google, you ever met a Google? You're an African guy, Nigerian, but he got a southern accent. A Nigerian with a southern twang, southern accent, southern dialect. He said, "What's your name?" "Pikahsso, what you do, fool?" "I'm dope." "What else you do?" "I rap." "You got something? Here, what you got?" "I rap." "Okay, if we put that on my album, I wouldn't even sign.
We gonna put that on my album. How you know I want to put that on your
You done
album?
put this on my album. I said, I'm gonna say, "Fool, you want to be on my album?" I said, "This dude hollering. I don't even know Google." I like, "Man, say, fool, say, man, you want to put my album on there?" I like, "Damn, I don't know this dude like that."
Yep.
I'm on his album, Google Repent.
I guess so.
That's back in the day when people distributed through Ken Bahari and Midwest Records out there on Southwest.
I remember
Hipster was
Midwest
distributed,
Records.
Cottonmouth. I'm going out with Google and E-Rock. Midwest Record was the place to distribute all your albums, and Southwest Wholesale and Gonzalez and Frankie.
Man, see, okay.
That's we get into that real grit and grime. You
So
had to do
look, this lets you know, you know what I'm saying? I told you we were gonna talk history tonight, you know what I'm saying? This is before you had, you know what I'm saying, your DSPs or whatever you want, not the DSPs, but all your CD babies and tune.
Wasn't none of that.
It wasn't none of
Flyer.
that.
You had to go to Frankie's. It was in Louisiana, Gonzales. They had Big State distribution. You had to go through Midwest, Ken Bahari. Ken Bahari was like a 7-Eleven through Southland Corporation, and through the Southland Corporation, they got 7-Eleven. He was just a middleman through all of them. And matter of fact, Jalo was on the front cover of one of them magazines.
Oh, for sure.
On one of them Southwest. But back then, if you got on the cover, when you met with them people or go to their pizza parties, they would distribute their stuff to all the, like the Ray C's and the Midwest and the Arkansas, them little country town. So that was like our CD baby.
Yeah.
You had to go through Frankie's. Everybody may make fun of call us old, but they had that grit and that grind.
That's what it was.
No,
That's what we had to do back
It's
then.
funny because like he said, we were getting hits in Midwest, and we were just like, how are we selling in the Midwest? We ain't on no radio in the Midwest.
I'm talking about Midwest with Ken Bahari.
No. I'm saying like the way the distribution.
Oh
yeah. We were somewhere in Ohio, somewhere or something like that. But it was just like, how are we getting the hits? How we getting sales in Ohio? Like, we ain't got no radio play up in there.
And see, and that's the thing too. That like you say before, that was really before the internet was really helping y'all push this music.
You remember Oak Cliff Assassin?
I do remember that name.
He the one that showed me the retail game. Rest in peace to Oak. He died of COVID not too long ago. Rest in peace to Oak Cliff Assassin. Him being on the road, not to cut him off, but him to be on the road with Google. Google put me on Oak Cliff Assassin and Google went on the road. That's why we met Ray C. Oak Cliff Assassin introduced her to Ray C. I hope Ray C seen it from him.
Oak Cliff Assassin used to come to Texarkana all the time.
Yeah, that was his market. He told me, "You follow me, Pikahsso."
I remember that. Now I don't remember his music too tough, but Oak Cliff Assassin was the thing for us in Texarkana.
He was like on some Lil Jon, Master P, like Lil Jon with the crunk, but Master P with the output of work, the lockdown inmates. I remember going on the road with him to Arkansas, just following his trail. Me, him, and Google. That's when I started. I really didn't even know Google like that. Hell, on Red, I didn't even sign no paper. I'm on Red, I didn't sign no damn contract at first. Google, you're a fool. Google just made me be on the label.
You gonna be on my album?
I wanted to be in hip hop so bad. I'm a hip hop cat.
Yeah.
But I'm on the road. Google started sicking me on people. That's how I made money. He started sicking me on people lyrically.
Like
Pikahsso can go. Let me sick him on people.
Yeah.
I done put it on a lot of these big guys out here.
How old was you about that time?
Like 27.
27?
27, 28.
Yeah.
Putting it on them.
So you was seasoned. You was offensive what you was
Google
doing.
point to Google's like, you know how Google put me, point to people, Pikahsso get on. Pikahsso sick of me. I remember going out to Chicago with Zero and Pierre. And they could be on people lyrically. Pikahsso good at the brain. I'm on a gangster rap label. I was like the Corrupt on Death Row. Corrupt was on Death Row, but he still could. He makes you eat your. Well, Cop might make you eat your cereal.
Say if you want to.
Yeah, Cop. I mean, Corrupt was on Death Row, but Corrupt he's a battler. You know, I remember getting on the road with Yuck Mouth and the Loonies. Well, go to San Jose State. So that's what I brought to the table. Just the lyricism, just being avant-garde and just doing my thing. I was on the gangster label. They let me do all them doom 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 barbershop quartets. I'm trying to bring up Chef Flynn has more flavor. Da-doom, da-doom. I've been like this since I've been a kid.
But then he started adding it. He started putting the songs. He was like, okay, how are we gonna use Pikahsso on this?
Yeah, that's right.
And then the style that we want to call it ghetto opera.
Yeah.
He was doing all that way before a lot of people were doing it. You know what I'm saying? And Pikahsso got bored with it. I was mad when he stopped doing it. But it was ghetto opera.
Rapping over techno, me and Cho was doing that with like 98 with me.
Yes.
They doing that now. Me and Cho, look at my song Country Skills.
Yeah.
Me and Cho did that in 98. I think a lot of people been eating off us and everybody too scared to say it because everybody in Dallas, we nice. I think we got that Juneteenth syndrome. Y'all familiar? Go look up Juneteenth syndrome. This city, the DFW Metroplex been cursed. A lot of people in DFW Metroplex, in Juneteenth, they were the last to be freed. I think we don't know where we pulling it from, so a lot of our ancestors still got that over us, so we nice. It's that colonizer spirit. We let people come take from us. A lot of people have taken from us. I met starving artists. Go look at starving artists. Biggie Small, Craig Mack, Outkast. All of them used to come down here. And you look at BMG off 675. That was a hub. I'm not saying they bit, but there's a lot of people come to our city to eat off us.
Oh, for sure.
I even seen the guy, what's his Ricky, Bobby, what's his name? He did an interview on Boss Talk 101. He was saying that. We let people eat off us. We don't say nothing. We don't even love ourselves. It's a slave mentality in this city. The colonizer spirit, my nigga.
I think, you know what I'm saying, we studied this when I first started this radio of mine in 2013 or whatever, but Dallas is a large market, but we are like 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to radio markets. I believe that's correct. Yeah. I know we ain't cracked below 10 or whatever, but that's behind New York, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, Miami. So we got a lot of influence. And then you take the point of the fact that gone are those people that you named to help y'all, you know what I'm saying, get some radio. Skip Cheetah and them gone.
Greg Street, he was a very important boy.
Greg Street, when he left and he went to Atlanta, he was trying to keep the gates open or whatever. But we ain't got nobody that influenced.
He showed a lot of love back in the day.
Back in what you said when?
Back in the day, Baby showed, remember?
Yeah.
I'm pointing to his picture on the wall right there.
Back in the day.
Baby shows a lot of love when we used to go to Louisiana. We was at the fool down there.
I be looking at Dallas Fort Worth, you know what I'm saying? We ain't got Cocoa Butter them up there with us no more. That's giving us Cocoa Butter when they was on the radio. They was doing that. You had indie radio every day, Monday through Friday, from 6 to 7 or 8 o'clock.
Can I say something about Cocoa Butter?
Please do.
Shouts out to Cocoa Butter and Boss because they let me do this the Tight Night intro. I'm the one that did that. West End Station. Well, me and James. It's a family tree here. We're going to do the connecting the point. Yeah. What's the number one station? Your radio's on 104. Because they heard me do the one for the Nanette Lee, which is one of the next thing across the hall. So it all ties. Yeah. We're all at 6 degrees of separation, and if we don't know the history, we will implode. Just because you guys didn't see it happen don't mean it didn't happen.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the right. So Nanette Lee seen me. That's how I got on Skip Murphy, which is how I met Cocoa Butter. Because Nanette Lee, remember when I used to live on Beckley, St. Jim, and listen to you shedding net work that net. She came back to help us out, which has inadvertently helped us all out. Mm-hmm. Nanette Lee had me do the Skip Murphy, which is one of the #1 radio show. Please get it right.
Yep.
Yeah.
#1 radio. I did
morning
that
show.
Go. You think I'm lying? Go pull up the Skip Murphy morning show intro. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know why I put my stuff on YouTube? Because a lot of people thought I was lying, and I hate that. I ain't did that.
Every morning.
Pull it up.
Every morning. You know what's about to happen.
My daughter was conceived of that. What's that? I don't care. That's history. My baby mom used to sing that to my daughter. Remember?
Yep.
What's that station? I'm skipping it 100.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, but that's real.
Nanette Lee made it happen for me. When I tell her, she's so, no, Nanette Lee, you helped me. I want to thank you.
Yeah, man, for
Nanette
sure.
Lee, you helped me. I know you doing your cooking up, but you helped me. So I thank you.
Now, what's funny is even though Pikahsso wasn't getting radio play, Pikahsso was getting radio play way before I was. Because you got your song being played on the #1 morning show
morning for like
every
a year.
morning.
About a year or two, right?
You know what I'm saying? For longer than that.
A couple years.
You know what I'm saying?
They
So
play
it's
it
like
now, I wish they was love.
you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? So when you wake up, you be like, this nigga's on the radio. Golly. So even though he wasn't getting radio play for his normal underground hip hop stuff, he was getting played on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Every day.
Dysfunctional is his name. Me and James Shepard,
Yep.
Eargasm, the one that helped him out to get his album, James. And now he do my shirts now. We all still cool. James do my prints now. We all still family.
Yeah.
We still hang. James do all my print. He did the Eargasm CD. We all still work making money together and creating, like your family. We all still breaking bread together. But that's how we did that.
And here's the thing I want to say, and probably not too many people gonna say this, but Pikahsso is like the OG for a lot of stuff, creating wise. Pikahsso is not from Arlington, but he gave Arlington a nickname, the Mecca 817.
Oh my God.
It started a war with Dallas.
I got that from Howard Cosell.
You know what I'm saying? So because they were just like,
He said the Mecca
yeah,
sports.
we in the middle of the Metroplex. We in the middle of the Metroplex. So at the time we were like Mecca. So it was the underground hip hop scene. So shouts out to Kane. I seen him on there.
Said know about that Mecca.
Yeah. So yeah,
Said
it was like, look, we ain't trying to say that we better than y'all. We just saying this is where.
This
No,
the
y'all
hood.
saying y'all the Mecca, like y'all in New York or whatever, like y'all in Brooklyn. And so it was 817. Well, Brooklyn is 718. So it was just weird.
I got that from Howard Cosell. You know, this is
I
Howard
know.
Cosell speaking. Tonight we got Muhammad Ali. This is a shit. You look right now, you get goosebumps. This is a Mecca sport. The Mecca. I got goose pimples. He said, Howard, you know Howard Cosell? This is Howard. He used to have banter with Muhammad Ali. I'm taking y'all back. He used to have that banter. I like, he said the Mecca. And I'm Muslim. I knew what the Mecca meant. That's what Kaaba, what Prophet Muhammad went to when he went to pilgrimage to Mecca. That's the ultimate place of the Holy Grail of hip hop. So I'm from Dallas. I'm saying we the Holy Grail. Everybody in the audience. I'm from Dallas.
Yeah.
But I'm from Dallas.
Yeah.
They
yeah.
pissed off, man. I want
You
to fight.
started some shit.
I started it. I said, you know what? But back
You
then,
gonna run with it though.
I was cocky back then. Even though I'm a little bitty guy, I'm cocky. I'm brave, real brave. And I will fight
You
you.
just
You
running
make
with
me.
them killers of Red Rum.
Oh man! Oh no, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. But yeah,
Yeah, that's a whole other story though.
he started that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the Arlington groups, which
Fort
was
Knox.
Fort Knox. No, we talking about So What, Kenobi.
It was that big picture I did.
Yeah,
and
the
shit?
big picture, which I came
I
in
had like
later
a
on.
big day in Arlington. All the rappers from Fort Ag Town just came and took a picture. And we put it in our magazine.
Chocolate City.
Chocolate City was Dallas. Them.
Yep.
They was down with Bo Blunt.
Yep. But yeah, he started that. That was another thing. So at the same time, they had Starving. You know what I'm saying? So that took a whole nother level.
That's when you interview Outkast.
Again, he is like the godfather of a lot of these names. Eargasm, that's Pikahsso.
I got that from listening to Q-Tip.
So
You
again,
have an orgasm when you start to consume. I said,
but
oh, shit,
he's
man.
like the one. He's the one that puts a lot of people on. You know what I'm saying? Even with me, you know what I'm saying? People are like, well, how did you get your start? I'm like, Pikahsso put me off. I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? Like Pikahsso used to make me and Bilal perform in front of him, like we would the tutelage. I don't know if you've seen. Did you see Kill Bill? Kill Bill 2. So you remember when the master was making her hit the stuff, you know, the wood and stuff like that, had the Kill Bill lady in training? That's what Pikahsso and James had me and Bilal doing. We sitting there performing from him, like, look, so we perform, look, do the show. We performing in front of y'all. So, you know, you performing in front of your homeboys, you ain't trying to.
Relax a day.
So, man, they like, do it over.
You see my battle, my versus battle? How serious I took that?
They like, do it
Talk
over.
about that too. We gonna talk about
Man, you
that
see
too.
that verse? You hosted it.
So after a while, they kept telling us to do it. So we just like, man, them niggas ain't gonna never like us. Like they don't like us. They don't care. They just want us to perform. So when we finally did our show, we did a show and it wasn't in front of nobody we knew. We did a show at the Rehab in Deep Ellum. It wasn't nobody in there that we knew. It was just us and a whole bunch of drunk white kids and college people. So we get up there and they're like, man, ain't none of our homeboys in there. Ain't nothing but Pikahsso, Funk Nasty, and
You
James.
said Funk Nasty. Ooh, wee.
And so we get up in there, we're like, all right, well, we gonna do what they say. We got up there and we rocked out. And I say when we rocked that place, we rocked it hard. And so when we finally got off, they were like, yeah, y'all did it. We like,
Yeah.
we thought y'all didn't like it. Man, we was giving y'all the hard time. But we was ready. When we finally hit the stage, it's not a lot of people that's gonna do that with people. Some of these artists think they internet and because they blew up the internet that they could just get up in front of a crowd and rock. It don't work like that. I don't care if they do know
I
that.
think people don't give me my props, but I'm not being arrogant. But I'm finna tell you why. Because I'm so eccentric, and they don't want to put. They don't want like this nigga Pikahsso behind all this stuff is mine. I'm serious, real talk.
You think it's hard for them to grasp, you know what I'm saying? Because you definitely wear your own skin how you want to.
I'm in my own world.
And you be fly with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? and you like, nigga, I'm not fisted. I don't do nothing that y'all do.
That's how I've always been. And they don't like that. And sometimes they can be visually, I call it being visually offensive. He's visually, he offended me. Pikahsso, he wore a Boy Scout, so he know what he doing. I wore Pee Wee Herman, Where's Waldo, Charlie Brown, he know what he doing. But that nigga know. And if you talk to him wrong, he ain't gonna be a problem. He's like that. And then he got back behind him. He's just a weird little nigga. So they don't like that. So sometimes people they try to write you out of history. You can't write me out of history.
Do you think people try to hit you right? Is that y'all? She done said that like twice now since you sat down. I think because even me, I did remember some of the opening for Skip Murphy for sure.
Yeah.
Cause I think that's where I first learned your name from. But you know what I'm saying. Today it's a history lesson. With what you have done and your longevity, you know what I'm saying, of what you gain and the music that you consistently still put out. Do you think the people, you know what I'm saying, don't give you what you're supposed to have? You know what I'm saying?
I think part of this is on me because I'm too nice. I've been playing it back like on interviews. I'm being modest. But now, we over the hill, my nigga. I gotta let this be known.
Yeah,
sure. So they ain't gonna say it.
That was one of the reasons when I seen y'all at J Rock Them Anniversary, I was like, you know what? I've been saying it.
You been saying it.
We knew you were gonna say that.
We knew it.
I said, man, let me go ahead and do this. You know what I'm saying?
So I could tell you the story on that. Even when I first got with Red Rum, you know, Pikahsso was recording stuff. Everybody was recording stuff. You know what I'm saying? Pikahsso would always be in there. He'd be like, okay, I'm gonna do my thing. And then once my song came in, he's just like, no,
it's hot.
He's hot right now. Focus on him. So he played the back. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So in return, I'll have Pikahsso performing with me in these hole in the wall clubs, doing hip hop shows, doing hip hop songs, and I'm like,
shouts out to K-Rock.
Yes. Jamie's Rhythms.
K-Rock show, man. Let me do boing and them gangsters. Boing.
Oh my God.
I'm doing it from the Crips and Blood.
We in Jamie's Rhythms.
I love to weird them niggas up. Boing. But I don't care.
We in Jamie's Rhythms, and if I had a show, I'm like, Pikahsso, I need you to do one song. He was like, okay, you know what I'm about to do. He said, I only need one song. Yeah, I'm like, cool. So he get up there and do a song, and so the club on a Tony night, he was just like,
Pikahsso out there.
Hey, what can we say? We gonna get what we gonna get tonight. But he gonna do a song. So, but people be in the crowd be looking like this. They be like
scratching their head.
Yeah. I always like
but then when you get off, oh man, that was dope. That was dope. But while they looking, they just like, I don't know what I'm looking. I don't know what I'm listening to. What's going on?
Don't you got that one homeboy? You from the hood, right? So, I mean, no, you are. But what hood you from? In East Texas?
In East Texas, I guess you got from 15th Street.
Don't you got that one homeboy? Like he from the hood, but he just always like JD. JD's a prime example.
Shout out.
He in your chat room right now. JD. Yeah. JD from the hood, but he's avant-garde. He's just on a different wavelength.
Yeah.
He's an Aquarius like me. Cottonmouth's an Aquarius.
Yeah.
Love Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm just like to be different. I'm from the hood. I just realized there's nothing wrong with it. Everybody just march to the same way I like to march.
How many siblings you had? You know what I'm saying?
I got my sister Hanifa who will be in town tomorrow.
Okay.
Shouts out to my little sister Hanifa from Atlanta.
Yeah.
I love her to death.
Yeah.
I got some other sisters, but I don't know if they like me, so I don't know. That's just how I am, man. I don't know if I'm sensitive, so I don't know if they like me. So I got other ones, but my main sister that was there is Hanifa.
Uh-huh.
The other one.
So you wasn't the only child though. So like, cause I thought like I was gonna say some people like you that are eccentric like you and into their own thing. You know what I'm saying? They was by themselves.
I was my own child for a long time. I think when my mama died in January 8th, my sister said something that kind of stuck with me in jokes. In jokes that's true. She said, "You know, you was mama's favorite." and I thought about my mama did let me get away with a lot of.
You was the only boy. So I heard you say sisters.
Yeah,
was you the only boy?
No.
I got a brother, but he. What, 1990 or something, 95, 98, well, no, 1990. So he came like 15, 20 years later.
Yeah.
So technically I was.
You was for a long time, yeah.
So my sister said, not to joke, and she said, "Mama, you know you mama favorite, huh?" But, okay. You meant that. But that is a bad thing, but I noticed.
Yeah.
My mama was the conduit. She let me be the way I am. Like you women out there, you kids out there, you might be stopping greatness. Not that I'm being on Kanye level, but you got to cultivate them seeds. My mama let me watch Zoom and Sesame Street. Hey, mama, I can talk all that pig Latin. She cultivated that. She thought it was funny. Not in a bad way. My oldest son is a little different. We got geniuses. We got scientists in these little these rough neighborhoods, these inner city
that's
kids.
a fact.
These geniuses. But sometimes their parents or their kids or their
Suppress
cousins
it, you
might
know.
not like it and they'll stifle it.
Weird. You
My
need to
mama
they think you
cultivated
weird,
it.
yeah.
You need to go
She
down the
had
straight
me-
narrow.
Yeah, my mama had me going to the library back in the days in the Dewey Decimal System. Over by Rudy's Chicken used to be a library. Moreland Branch YMCA, the library over by Rudy's, and just cultivated my mind. Everybody's mind has a sleeper cell in them. You ever read sleeper cells? It can be cultivated. It can be sprouted. You have to sprout. We all are geniuses. We just stifling our kids because they're not doing it the way we like it. There's a lot of Kanye's and Andre 3000s and Picasso's and Kendrick Lamar's and CeeLo Greens and Quincy Jones. They have to be cultivated. In the hood, we just cultivate the foolishness.
And they all from the hood.
They
Think
from the
about it.
hood.
Yeah. You're right.
Bob
on that.
Marley.
You're right, fool.
My
right
mama
on the hood.
cultivated my son.
You're right.
Like you seen Kanye West mama documentary?
Yes, sir.
His mama was spiritual.
She was giving it to him.
Listen,
Yes, she was.
listen how she said his name, Kanye, with love and conviction. We don't love our kids like we think we do. We just having kids out of wedlock, and when you have it, it's a generational curse. You have to love them like Kanye. When she said his name, that made him be who he is. She made him great.
I'm gonna get y'all point on that for what you said right there, man. We grown men. I think we got families and kids and
I got a
whatever.
daughter and a grandkid.
So yeah, so like you have seen hip hop. I think hip hop is 50 years old this year coming up.
We're getting close.
Oh yeah, it's
About
in
40,
the
47,
40s.
47,
It's right at 50. It's 49 for sure. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's 50 gonna be by the end of this year or next year. But you know what I'm saying? You have seen where hip hop came from. You know what I'm saying? And like I look at now, you see how everybody, you know what I'm saying, if you listen to some of this new rap, you know what I'm saying, you listen to it on the radio or whatever, it's I seen somebody say it the other day in Clubhouse, they like, I don't want to hear none of that op rap. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, my partner.
What they call it now?
Op.
Opposition.
Yeah, the op music.
Oh, we call it gangster rap. Okay.
Yeah, but we had gangster music, but in our gangster music, we just didn't goddamn slide and walk and shoot all our
step
opponents.
all that stuff.
I'll step on them the whole
That sounds dangerous to
song.
me.
Yeah.
The whole song, and we sort of now you turn around and you look at what's going on actually in the community, in the schools or whatever, where these kids are actually pulling off these actions.
They believe in what they can do. That's what they say.
Razzcast said that.
You know,
Hey, you know what's crazy though? We did, but doing that, we done got stepped on before. Doing this tour, going to them little small country towns, coming on from in Dallas, coming on. What's that club? A Prime Time? Put guns on us.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep it real. People, man, they get all that fluff. I done had
we
guns.
done
A
had-
lot of these cats, they saying that stuff from a safe place. I'm a little bitty guy. We in the mix we in the vortex, in the gauntlet, the terror dome.
What did Bun B said? He said you ain't a real artist until somebody hits you in the face.
Bun B said that?
Y'all scared to get hit.
Oh wow, I didn't know he said that.
Y'all scared to get hit. Like, look, we gonna square up. That's what we used to do. We wasn't tripping on the guns. I mean, guns came later, but
Yeah, for
he
sure.
said we done had the look.
We had gun pulled on
We
us.
done had the squabble.
What's
you know
that
what I'm
club
saying?
we left that night?
Prime time.
Prime time?
We was in a rap. We in the rap van, Red Rumbler, and we coming up there having a good time. All of a sudden, somebody pull up on us, and we just going like, my scary self. Close the
Tell
the
them what I
van door
said.
was open. The van door was open, so I closed the van door. They was like, "Tell them to open it up. Tell them to open
Open it up.
because they think I'm about to like unload on them or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, I just panic." You know what I'm saying? But he was like,
I said you're not supposed to close the door because they thinking anything.
Yeah.
If you're gonna die, you might as well die a man.
Exactly.
I know that may have been stupid. That was young me there.
Yeah, I'm closing the door.
But I'm talking about,
But I'm just saying,
you're right.
yeah.
That was me, young, stupid, because me and Google was young and ignorant. I wasn't no gangster, but I didn't like the dude.
"So
He closed the door. The dude pulled a Glock out,
So-
whatever he had.
He had a 12 gauge.
12 gauge.
Here what happened. So while we sitting there, you know, Google and Pikahsso in the front, so I can't see what's going on. Google and Pikahsso, they just all laid back looking like, what's up? You know, like, what's going to happen?
Which was
Some
stupid now, look back on it now.
other gangsters pull up. Let them niggas make it. Y'all see these niggas in the rap band promoting? And so they was like, y'all good, go ahead.
Yeah.
So we not promoting gangster violence
At all.
We just letting y'all know that everything y'all doing, we done did that. Google acting a fool like some of them young cats. I don't want to diss any young cat. Google done did that. Me and Google done got into it. Some of these Ryan calling in, some of these famous rappers at the Rock Cafe. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm not saying I'm no gangster. Me and Google, we got that Dallas in us, that kind of cocky Dallas. Google plug. I'm Sal Dollar. What? Who you talking to?
You talking to me?
I don't care about you being on TV.
Yeah.
That's not being tough. So I'm saying though, everything they do, it's a repeat. Cottonmouth and rolled out for stood up for people. It ain't nothing new over under the sun. And you in this rap game like Bun B, you said Bun B said, you gonna run into some people pulling up step. That ain't fun. I was just being dumb back then when I told you why you opened it. That was dumb on my behalf.
When we used to be at the lab, they had the airsoft sheet.
I mean, I need to say it. I already know you been there. I know all these stories. You see, I'm laughing.
So we at the studio, and so people call in with threats all the time. All the time. You know what I'm saying? So people call in, yeah, this is so and so, so and so.
Don't say the name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name. So this so and so, so and so. This so and so, so and so. When we see you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is or whatever. So I'm like, look, and so me and Pikahsso, we wrote a lot of places by ourselves. We wasn't always with Red Rum.
Mm-hmm.
They knew we was associated to Red Rum, but me and Pikahsso, we were there, and we went places that we had no business in, basically. But we wasn't scary. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about was.
So I'm getting booked in clubs, hole in the wall clubs, after hour spots in South Dallas off of what, Fishu?
Talking about which one you were talking about?
That one hole in the wall we went to. I forgot the name of it, but we in there.
I don't remember.
They like, look, we want y'all to come do that one song. I said, y'all paying? They like, yeah, we gonna pay y'all. I'm like, all right, cool. What time I need to be there? Oh, be there about 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, 2:30.
After hours.
That sounds dangerous.
After hours.
What's that one little club used to rock by McDonald's that's closed down by Six Flags? Remember that little bitty spot by Six Flags, the amusement park? It used to be a McDonald's, be a little bitty spot right behind them.
Dang it, I can't think.
Remember that spot?
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. That's after hours too.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That place is
dangerous.
Right there in Entertainment Central.
I'm saying,
look, Agtown, the reputation for Agtown is people think, oh, that's the suburbs. Yeah. Say to what you want. You know what I'm saying? But look, ask Tommy. He'll know. And he from Fort Worth.
For sure.
But Tommy grew up in Agtown. You know what I'm saying? It was a melting pot.
What I do realize, though, man, when you say stuff like that, though, we saying you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Because they can take that and take it the wrong way. We're not propagating this.
At all.
But something you said resonated with me. I'm very careful with this internet twist to it. I'm not propagating that. Sometimes we did some dumb stuff, and I'm not even a gangster. My mama was strictly religious, but sometimes in this rap game, everybody's stepping. This stuff is dumb. We did it, too. Even I didn't know what a stepper was, but they stepped. What you describe it, okay, you can pull a gun. I guess they're stepping. Coming on from the Cabot Beach party.
Oh, my God.
They stepped. It's in Arkansas, I got into it with some dude one time. I didn't ask for that. They seen Red Rum. They see the name. They don't know we beat.
I was going to say that earlier because when you said y'all used to pull up in that van, and then that the 90s era, you know what I'm saying, in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Scary, man. Doing hip hop, scary.
The gang era, that's like sort of on the cusp of when I got here. I got here around 95, 96. So
it was tough.
Yeah, it was tough. I remember I worked for AutoZone.
Oh wow!
And so they transferred me here to Fort Worth, and they had a couple of different stores that I could have landed at. And I told my wife, you know what I'm saying, one particular store, and I asked a couple of my cousins that lived here, and everybody clutched their pearls.
What part of town was that?
It was on Lancaster Avenue.
Oh, well, there you go.
Fort Worth?
Fort Worth.
I don't really know about Fort Worth.
Yeah, for sure. I was surprised when you said that too, you know what I'm saying, moving around here so much, you know what I'm saying, and kicking it with Mr. Agtown. You know what I'm saying? We ain't that far out of you. This not really that far out of
Fort Worth when I started meeting, when I realized Fort Worth had some bad females.
Yeah.
I know that I'm keeping it. I like to be honest. That's just my.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, brother.
So they got some beautiful women out in Fort Worth. That's when I started coming out in Fort Worth.
God put some pretty women everywhere. You'll find them in the smallest hole.
But yeah, man, I love talking to you, man. But I'm not trying to I just want to on that lab on the internet. We're not propagating the intellect. I mean, no gangster stuff. But I'm just saying.
I don't think you.
I just want to, because sometimes people try to take their little cut. Man,
like,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that tough guy stuff. We did that stuff, whether we wanted to or not.
But do you think, you know what I'm saying, back then that we I don't know how much y'all listen to, you know what I'm saying, how much you hear, you know what I'm saying, new music, you know what I'm saying, from some of these new artists or whatever. We just wasn't pushing it like that, you know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes people just mess with that jealousy.
So like you said you listen to a lot of East Coast music, like say some of the hardest gangsters, MOP.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Them niggas known for knocking niggas out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you listen to Firing Squad, it just I don't know. As soon as I
It's
said,
like lyrical
as soon as I
gangster.
said it, I had to dial it back a little bit. Name of the album.
But some of the
is
original
Firing
gangster
Squad.
rappers come like Schoolie D and Coogee Rap.
Yeah.
They had a. It was gangster, but it had lyricism and a little message.
It's like, to me, a lot of it is like, and it's direct. They calling our names and they being for real about it.
It had. You know what, man? I'm glad you talked about. What's her name? ABG Duck, FBG Duck, or somebody out of Chicago. And
I ain't too.
I'm just talking about. I heard
too
his
much
mama
on that drill stuff.
But I heard his mama. I was listening to someone. Heard his mama talking about that, and they was talking about smoking on. I don't know what this means.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I had to learn. They say smoking on that. You couldn't get away with that in the '90s. And I'm a hip hop, Tribe Called Quest kind of cat.
Yeah.
You say you smoking on somebody, you got a problem.
Yeah.
They show up to your show. You know them days in the '90s. They come outside. Be wait. You couldn't do that in the
They give you the ultimate, you know what I'm saying? It's like the ultimate disrespect, you know what I'm saying, to the dead or whatever and all that type of shit now.
It's
you
no
know,
respect.
It's none, bro, at all. I don't know what it is, what they do there, but I just.
Think it is,
I mean, the to me the point is even back in the day, you know, we used to listen to Scarface. We used to listen to Scarface all the time, but never in my. I'm a preacher's kid. You know what I'm saying? Scarface is somebody that I listen to every day. But never did I want to go pick up a pistol and go shoot somebody. You know what I'm saying? That was never in me. You know what I'm saying? Me and Casso, he was raised in Islam. I was raised in Christianity, but we basically had similar childhoods growing up. Like, look, you do you know how your mama raised you? Yeah, my mama raised me right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got plenty of sense. I'm not about to go out here and pick up no gun and try to go shoot somebody. What I look like? My dad is a ex-Marine. We ain't running from nothing.
Yeah.
You know
what
what?
I'm saying?
He just said the answer. The parents.
Yeah.
The upbringing. I just listened to him talk with my peripheral hearing. It's the parents, man. I know that sounds crazy in hip hop. Like even my daughter needs a little guidance. Even though she's 27, she needs a little guidance. I didn't do the best job parenting her. So I see some of the stuff she said on Facebook. I'm not afraid to say it. A lot of people are afraid of their kids these days. The parents, they want to be out friends with my daughter so long that they came back to bite me. I look at my daughter just say whatever. They do whatever. Even the females, not just the guys. They needed love and conditioning. That's what, and they separated the black man out the family. They put all that black woman, I'm strong, black woman. No, we needed that. We needed grandmama and them to put that belt on our ass. Our grandmama and our granddad and your grandmama from East Texas, we got that belt put to our ass. If my grandmama see me pull a gun, which I've never done, my grandmama whooped me. Or the lady across the hall. It took the village. We took the village out the community and these young kids.
Can't nobody touch my kids.
Farrakhan kind of said it, and I didn't agree with Farrakhan at first, but now I'm about to retract my statement. Farrakhan, the black man, we abandoned the kids. I wasn't a good father to my daughter. I'm not scared to admit that.
I think that was all a plan from the government. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
To do that.
Take the black man
that
out
was
the
strategic. You know what I'm saying? That was strategic when we talked about that a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? They take my boy 4-5. You know what I'm saying? We used to touch on that a whole lot on Manuscript in the morning. But
so you think the government had a lot? I think that too.
Yeah, when they said
welfare loan.
exactly.
They took them out the community.
When they put welfare, when you tell a woman, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna give her X amount of dollars, you know what I'm saying, and she's making more money than what her man making, and
she don't need them.
And then you tell and you say, and if he got a felony or if he got this, he can't be in the household, yo. We gonna strip we gonna strip these benefits. You did that strategically, you know what I'm saying, and then the pipeline, you know what I'm saying, that they set us up for these kids in school, you know what I'm saying, if they don't see them, you know, making and passing these tests or doing this, whatever, well, you know, he's not gonna be shit. He's probably gonna end up in one of our prisons. You know what I'm saying? So they got it sort of figured out where, you know what I'm saying, they guiding everybody, they pushing us like cattle. Where they need them to, if you gonna take this here for us, ma'am, you need to push her left.
And so now the music, again, they believe in what they paying to. Now they talk about it. Like they literally, I'm coming to your block. I'm gonna shoot this. I'm going whatever. I'm saying your address. I'm whatever. I'm pulling up.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up. You know what I'm saying?
Location.
That's what it is.
Ain't we did like that. When we have problems. Ain't no, hey man, this is where I'm at.
Yep.
Look,
never.
This is an address. Hey, I'm gonna tell you like that. I'm no gangster, but I've been around gangsters. That's not how you do it.
Nope.
You all my cousins, all my homeboys is real gangsters. They don't tell the opposition this is where I'm at.
No.
That's.
It's definitely.
Go study the Trojan War. All y'all young cats, you need to know the history. Go study the Trojan War, how they won the Trojan War. They snuck enemy people in the line through a horse, and they came to the enemy line. You don't say, hey, we about to got our enemy. You giving them oppositions. That's just showboating. You showboating for females, and that's the quickest way to get done in.
Yep.
You showboating.
I seen a video today. Well, I rewatched the video today because I seen it once before. But it was a young rapper, and they from Fort Worth, and he was into it with another said rapper, and he was on live. You know what I'm saying? He was like, man, I'm here. I'm by myself. You see where I'm at? And then, you know what I'm saying, the video cuts to pop, pop, pop. And the girl talking about, man, why they do that?
They shot him?
Evidently, yeah. We heard shots, and it looked like it. You know
I'm still out the loop. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it looked like it. You know what I'm saying? And so then and go back into it. Like it's a bravado of stepping on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be something when, you know what I'm saying, you go up to somebody and y'all fight and you knock a nigga out. That's gone.
That's like what he said. Back in the day, just get whooped and move on. I done got
That's
beat
gone.
up before.
So
you ever got beat up?
Yeah.
I done got beat up before. What's nothing wrong with it?
I've been jumped before, yeah.
I've
been beat up about 4 times in my life. It is what it is. I lived.
You live
to see another day. Pops up, right? Watch Friday. You live. Put your dukes up, son.
So I can tell you something about that also. When I did Where I'm From, my whole point of doing Where I'm From was to unify DFW. It wasn't to be like, I'm calling out the baddest hood. I'm calling out these hoods strictly to unify us and bring us all together. That's why I said all the South Side, West Side, East Side. You know, I said all them sides. It was to unify. It wasn't to be like, you know, I'm telling you where I'm from, which is Arlington.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm unifying, you know.
Do you think that song did it at that time?
It did sometime.
Yeah.
But other places it caused riots.
I like to ride sometimes. That's me though.
So
I do.
The gift and the curse of Where I'm From.
I liked it.
The last song to ever be played in the original midpoint was Where I'm From. It started a riot.
Shouts out to Felix and Puddin'.
Erskine played it, and I was at Jamie's.
You weren't even there.
I wasn't even there. I was at Jamie's. And so I get a two-way.
He said two-way.
Eminem comes to the club. I'm like, I'm at the club. No, come to midpoint. For what? Just come. We need you to come real quick. I had a show that week with Mystical that they was going to have at midpoint. So I get to midpoint, and I swear to God, it was what, 12:30? 12:30, midpoint is supposed to be off, you know, the roof. You know what I'm saying? So I walk in, and when I walk in, everybody looking at me crazy like I done, you know, slept with their mama or something like that. You know what I'm saying? All the security looking at me like, sweeping up stuff. So Erskine comes up to me, and the owners or whatever, they sitting there looking. They're like, say, yeah,
throw some chairs in this.
The show you got coming up Friday with Mystical, you can't do that song.
Oh,
I'm like,
tear the club up.
Throw some chairs in this.
I'm like, why? See, your song started a riot tonight.
Wonderful.
In my head.
How long had they been playing it though?
I mean, that was already a hit. You know what I'm saying? It was, you know. So I'm like sitting in my head. I'm like, my song started a riot.
I like that.
Yes.
Yes.
In my head, I'm jumping.
I love it.
So I'm like, my song did something where people made them go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, and then I said, for real? All right, man. You know, whatever y'all need. You know what I'm saying? I kept it political. You know what I'm saying? The laws came the next day, shut down midpoint.
Oh wow!
Never opened again.
The
original midpoint.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
History.
I didn't know that.
History. I told you.
I
was gonna give y'all some history.
So all y'all people in Fort Worth that can't party, blame him.
Blame him.
Blame JYLO. I didn't know that. Not me.
JYLO. Where I'm From was the last song
to be played at the original midpoint. And they opened it back up like MP3 or
MP3.
Same spot, but yeah.
But it was no longer midpoint. It was never the same.
It was never the same after that. But yeah, now what's funny is that same week, Erskine switched the party to the Hojo.
I was at that.
The Howard Johnson. And we walk up in there, it wasn't no security. I think it was only Felix. And Felix was just looking, he's just like,
Please don't play this song.
He's just shaking his head. He like, look, if it go down, it's going down. Ain't nothing I can do.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just me. And so Peanut looking at us and Peanut running the sound, he was like,
Let's do it, man.
he said, look.
No, you want to play it.
He said,
no,
look.
you want to play it.
So he was like, he said, you got to control the crowd
got to play
tonight.
it.
You got to control the crowd tonight. I'm like, for real? And so Howard Johnson is like a good mile away from Dalworth. It wasn't none but Dalworth people in there. And Dalworth is known for being,
I'd
you
be
know,
scared
rowdy.
of Dalworth.
Dalworth, they come in.
Why everybody always say that?
They-
about
They
Dalworth?
run deep.
Man, them niggas wasn't playing.
They don't play.
Dalworth niggas-
They
I
run
did,
deep.
I did when I first came here. We did make a few drops and pickups out of Dalworth.
So there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we I was affiliated with them, so it was like my people. I didn't have no problem. So they like, you shot us out. You good? You cool?
Dalworth was like a little
understand.
Compton in the middle of Grand
there,
Prairie.
there you go.
A little town,
Yeah,
a little peninsula,
Bunch
or island or something.
Bunch of apartments, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying, with Section 8 in them. you know
So
what I'm saying?
they came up and they was like, you know, they like, we in here. I'm like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with all of them. So I rolled up, and so the song came on, and my hype man, who didn't know what he was doing at the time, was just like,
Who?
Kimmy. He was just like, I need all y'all to rush the stage. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And so you go rile them up even more.
Yeah.
We just like, look, Peanut's like, look, what do y'all do? Y'all got to control it. You know, it ain't no security. If something go down, it's going down. All right. So we get up there. We rocking. Girls coming on stage, dancing on stage. We like, hey, we in it. Let's do it. They start, man, give me the mic, give me the mic. I'm like, I ain't about to give you no mic. Like, no, it ain't about to happen. So we did the show, we rocked it or whatever. We got off the stage and they're like, man, Mystical about to come up. I think Mystical talked about it in one of his songs. He talking about the roof is shaking or something. One of his songs, I think it's Danger. But he was just like, one of the lines he said, the roof is, he talking about the Hojo at that time. Because you could feel the floor shaking.
Yeah.
Tell them what a Hojo is so they'll know.
The Howard Johnson.
Howard Johnson.
Right
off-
it's the Lux now.
Right off about 360 and
Okay, yeah.
It's called the Lux.
Yeah.
what's that strip club we used to go to?
I don't.
You know,
Cypher
Peeping Tom?
something.
Peeping Tom. It's
Yeah.
like a little bit.
Yeah,
like
before
they go on that
that,
little
yeah.
side room. You know.
You know that part of
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I get all out there.
you got that part.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm hip hop, but I never want to be so hip hop where I'm highfalutin. I'm hip hop, but I'm not no game, but I like I went to strip club. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
for sure, for
I don't
sure.
want to come off like a goody two shoe. That's when you get crucified.
Yeah.
You try to act like you holier than thou.
Yeah.
My mama raised me in the good out, but I had heathenous ways in a part of my life.
Heathens.
I was a heathen.
No doubt.
I'm a good person, but I had my heathenous ways, and I
sure.
love my
You got
darkness.
good balance, bro. We just
Yeah.
call that good having good
Yeah.
balance.
Oh yeah. I never did this. Are you kidding me? I can't stand a goody two shoe.
Oh my God.
I can't stand you. Cause everybody do better. Pull back that cloak.
And it's funny because I'm from Arlington, which is considered the suburbs, but I was in Dallas more than I was in Arlington. At that time,
Yeah, people
I was always in Dallas. I was in Dallas so much they thought I was from Dallas.
They thought I'm from Arlington. I'm from
And
Dallas.
I'm like,
You almost got me beat up.
I'm like, dude. I said, what's the first
from
words?
Dallas.
What's the first words to come out of my song? Agtown. And then what? The first line. I'm from Arlington.
Yeah.
You're right. You do say that. Okay, cool. But I was always Pleasant Grove.
Would you say
everywhere.
you're one of the first people that put Arlington on his hip hop?
No.
Who you think that is? I want to know.
As far as rapping in Arlington, what Pimp Player Hustlers?
Oh, did him now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, you took
Yeah,
did him. And
and
Bo
what
Blunt
was-
now.
What was the dude with the green?
The green truck.
bean?
I knew you gonna say that. What's his name?
Dang it, I can't think of his name.
He was a legend. What's his name?
Dang it, I can't think of his
They
name.
had that little club where Kate Moore used to be.
Yep.
I used to always see him. I used to go up there late at night and try to meet some Mexican chicks.
But they was, I would say, they was the first ones to really make some noise as far as Arlington.
Who thought of the name Agtown? Tell him that. That's history.
Agtown. Now, Agtown,
That's some history.
that comes from my homeboy Dupree.
Rest in peace, Dupree.
Dupree. Dupree was at Sam Houston, and I think they was playing Dunbar. And something happened. A riot started out at Sam Houston. And some of the people were walking over like, why y'all so aggravated? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
y'all in Arlington, why y'all so aggravated? You know, they was like, yeah, we this Agtown. Like, you know, that's how it started. You know what I'm saying? So, again, Agtown started from a riot. But Dupree is the one that started
You know
that.
Dupree?
I remember that name.
He passed away like
He
maybe
passed
like a
away.
year ago.
Dupree is the original Mr. Agtown. So before he, we was kicking all the time. He was like, I said, Dupree, people calling me Mr. Agtown also. He was like, yeah. He said, that's cool. He said, you gave us an anthem. He said, if they got a problem with it, tell them to come talk to me. I'm like,
Dupree.
I'm like, you sure? He said, man, if they got a problem, tell them to come talk to me. So Dupree is the original Mr. Agtown. Yeah. He is the Mr. Ag. He is Agtown.
We got to put some respect on that brother name.
Period.
Rest in peace to the late great Dupree.
Period.
He protected a lot of people tonight with these.
Oh my
old school
God.
way. He protected them with that.
Yeah, for real.
Shout
so
out to Dupree. I love him.
no matter what
yeah.
nobody say, when it come to Agtown and representing Agtown, he is the one that did it. He started that. So when I came up with the anthem, that's what he called. You gave us an anthem. I don't care what nobody say. You gave us an anthem. Wasn't nobody talking about no Agtown before you.
But now you got the new guy that he Slim, the tall guy. Man, he had a lot of love for you. Slim Polk and it's another guy that's doing Agtown. He'll do Splurge or something.
Yeah.
They're the new generation.
That's my wife's little nephew, sort of kind of.
Okay, I heard
There's
about
a lot of people that came.
I heard about Splurge on Say Cheese TV.
Yeah.
Also, he said, okay, it's new. I try to keep up with these young cats. Okay, they're the new generation.
Like
Shout out to Splurge.
it's funny because it's a lot of cats that came from Agtown and have blew up. TK, but do y'all know Stanky Leg is from Arlington? That started from Arlington. These cats,
Derek,
they went to Bowie.
Derek, no.
No, Derek was somebody else.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
the GS Boys, whatever.
GS Boys, worldwide. We ain't talking about just Texas. We talking about Japan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's all from Arlington. Ricky Bobby, that's from Arlington. You know what I'm saying?
B-Hamp, that's his
name.
B-Hamp,
B-Hamp, he's from Arlington. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Ricky Booker, Breakfast Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
They got some good food.
Yeah.
I heard
a lot
about
of people
that.
always talking about them.
I want to eat them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat them. Eat that spot one time.
Yeah, but yeah, all of these people came from Arlington. You know what I'm saying? What's the DJ? Mr. Rogers. That's in Houston. He went to Bowie.
BK, they worked with Death Row. Venetia Knight, how did she kind of Suge Knight? Venetia Knight, she was on that Death Row second compilation. She from Arlington. She went to Sam Houston. It's a whole rich history, man.
Yeah, so it's a lot of cats.
So how you so knowing that you put down that Agtown with what they consider maybe that they first anthem, you know what I'm saying? That's kudos. I tip my hat to that. You know what I'm saying? For sure. You know, and I don't know if people, like I said again, tonight is a history lesson. You know what I'm saying? Y'all giving me a lot, and we putting a lot. I'm glad we recording all this. I'm gonna be able to chop all this.
You know what? I'm glad you're doing this, man, because together, I never did an interview with Gylo.
For sure.
I never did that. You the first person.
Ever since we did the battles and you came up, you know what I'm saying, to Wix or whatever, and you brought him out, you know what I'm saying, that's the first time I seen him. And then like I was mad at myself. I walked around most of that night and like I had never met him.
Because y'all don't have music videos like that, so nobody know what he looked like.
For sure. So and then I didn't know. And you mentioned his name and I'm like,
everybody do that.
Who?
You know what I'm saying?
Right here?
That's him right there.
Matt, what do you think? Let me ask you a question. What do you think would happen to Gylo if he had a video like I got for that song that he had during that time period? If he had like all them videos, what if Gylo? What do you think would happen to Gylo?
You need to shoot one.
I'm about to tell you, you should shoot one anyway. Get Huey Rawls. You just shot my new video. Do it. When I watch with it, it might just get new rejuvenation. I'm telling you, if you'd had a video doing that, I know video what they do. People to recognize you. That'd have been a complete puzzle. They gotta know the face.
How come y'all didn't shoot no video? What happened where the record? Did you start turning the club up with it and people are like, you know what I'm saying? What happened?
No, it.
You scared to say it?
Was it ever on the table for
No,
for y'all
it was
start
never
thinking?
on the table.
Why?
It was a day late, dollar short. Look, I ain't got no problem with Red Rum. Shout out to Red Rum. They get me through those that I could never got through.
Okay.
Period. You know what I'm saying? Google had the video equipment. Could have shot the video. I just never got one. I don't know why.
I missed a lot with that.
Yeah, that blew up.
I missed a lot with that. But also there was at a turn of a time. I often look at when people sometimes the first to start to do something. You know what I'm saying? We often don't, you know what I'm saying, have all our business together, you know what I'm saying, and we miss the opportunity of, you know what I'm saying, what we could have got with it. And, you know what I'm saying, and after a while, time pass or whatever. But I think being first, sometimes we don't have our game plan laid out all the way.
I wasn't the first.
When the first what?
I'm on Red Rum.
He's talking about like in for the general, the whole
For
thing.
I'm saying the first of you having a record. What and like who else was on Red Rum that was bigger than you? Who else?
Cabal. They was way bigger than me.
They was on Rap City though. They didn't have the radio hit. They had more like the
Rap City.
Rap City. That's a different kind of audience.
Why you say that? What you mean, Rap City?
They was
They were
they
being
was
played
more like a Rap
in the
City.
basement,
It's more like all
yeah.
over the world. It's
I gotta look them up because I hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to be refreshed.
Yeah.
If they was on Rap City, then I probably came across them. But
It's on. I'm the one put that video on YouTube, and everybody just bastardized that. Do this video. I put it. I've seen a lot of people just take my copy, but I put it on rap. I put it on a lot of that stuff you see, even GYLO's, I put that stuff online. That flavor interview, I put that stuff online because I knew people to know the history. Even me and Google riding the Red Rum van, I put that online. I had it all on VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I had all this stuff in a big box.
So you've been forward thinking, you know what I'm saying, like knowing that
I said one day we need
this
stuff.
content. Yeah,
sometimes
for sure.
even sometime in the studio, I see Google, man, throw that down. Google, let me get this. That tape, man, that cassette. That's something. We need this one day. I don't know what made me think, but I've always been avant-garde. We need this. You throwing that stuff in the shredder, put that stuff in a box.
I want to say that when you saying that, what just the way that you visually always try to put your pieces together, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like how you came up with, you know what I'm saying, the turbo scene. Why did you? And I understand that part because when I always remember my daddy took me to the movies a handful of times, you know what I'm saying, maybe 10 times he took me to see movies, and I remember all those movies, but he took me to see Breaking. And when he came out there with that damn broom and did that shit, that was a
man,
moment.
Can I tell you this, man? Like you just said, you took the words out of it. I'ma say it. When I seen, for all y'all young cats, Turbo was our hero. He was like our modern day Fred Astaire. Look up Fred Astaire. Look up.
That's enough said. Exactly.
Fred Astaire.
Exactly.
When Fred Astaire did a dance routine in the what's he two the brother? They two brothers. They danced.
Nicholas brothers.
The Nicholas brothers. They dance routine is one of the most epic dance routines ever caught on film. So Turbo did the broom dance with Fred Astaire. Fred Astaire kind of did it first, the little brooming upside on the wall stuff. But when I seen Turbo do the broom dance, it just it visually blew my mind. So when I got the wherewithal and I started being around, Marcella did that video. When I got more intellect, I said, I want to see can I reduplicate. If you notice, I even tried to dress like him. I just couldn't find the white and black Nikes, so I had to find the blue and white one. I had the blue. I try to dress as much as them like I can. Now they came out with those. They brought those Nikes he had back after I shot it. Like God. But I seen one guy trying to sell them for $2,000. It wasn't worth that. But when I redid it, I just want to be a JLA shock say they say. I shot that downtown Fort Worth. I found a convenience store. Yo man, yo Turbo. I just want to redo that moment. And the most beautiful part about that, Turbo hit me up on Instagram. Michael Chambers, and they put me in the Electric Boogaloo documentary. They showed Dave Chappelle when he did the broom. They showed everybody who did broom dances. Remember that one point in time when everybody had their broom standing up? They were looking.
Oh yeah.
They had people doing that. I looked up like somebody said, Pikahsso, that's you. Like they didn't ask my permission, but I got so much love for Turbo. I don't even care. I didn't care. Why would I sue Turbo, man? Come on. Turbo was an icon. He was like Chris Brown. He could do stuff like levitating with his feet, making his body move like that, walking on the walls. I learned how they did that. And you look at them, they had strings tied in that. I didn't have no string. So I just want to pay homage to our heroes. Even my video now, I got JJ. I've always want to pay homage to the people that I thought got left behind. Bring them a little light. So I want to, instead of everybody want to be like him, I want to do stuff like Turbo. Man, I remember the first time tonguing in the theater watching Turbo with a girl. I ain't gonna say her name, she passed away. Turbo, hold on. Turbo had a Jerry curl. He was a dope dude back then, remember?
Yeah.
He just was like, Fred, I just can't describe it, how he danced. To me. So I just want to reduplicate it there. That's in that song called Troubadour. I said, I just want to break down. But if you listen to the song, it's real lyrical. I said, I'm breathing hard on this track like that song called To the Friends. Shock, say they say. I said his verse. I'm tending to this mic like Achilles beat. I tried to say the word in the song. That's what they say. Craft for shock, say they say. They say in German, to the Friends. That's why I wanted people to know. That's my way of bringing in the song. That's just my way of paying homage. And I didn't know people know I was speaking German in that little part. And that's, if you listen to Tour de France, that's what he's doing. So I'm just paying homage to Turbo, one of the dopest. If you young kids don't know Turbo, type in Turbo broom dance. And you see what I mean.
You'll see it.
Matter of fact, Genuine redid it in one of his videos. Remember?
Oh, did it?
He remember that video? He redid it. So that's my way of paying homage to a guy that just blew my, like you said, your daddy took you. My mama let me go to the movie theater. She passed away. We just snuck, had some girls already there, and kissing in the movie theater. I was like, whoa. Back then we didn't have no phone. You had to remember this.
Yeah.
So I could say this about Pikahsso. He's the one that comes up with a lot of the creative multi marketing plans. You know what I'm saying? People think like, oh yeah, somebody came up with that. No, that was Pikahsso.
Yeah, that's somebody.
That was Pikahsso.
That's somebody.
Like we in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? We at Lenox Square Mall and we passing out flyers in Lenox Square Mall. We like, oh, who thought of this? Oh, that was Pikahsso. You know what I'm saying? It was just ahead of its time, all the time.
Yeah.
From you know, even when he came up with the PBT thing, I'm like, that's all Pikahsso. I know he didn't even start that, but he was the catalyst.
Oh, the Dallas Maverick, yeah, that happened on.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was the catalyst.
Doing what with the Dallas Maverick?
I did the Dallas Maverick theme song in 2006 with a group called PPT.
He did that.
How it happened is, I met a guy named, I'm going to tell you how it happened, the Dallas Maverick thing, because everybody asked me about that. I'm going to never really get this guy's credit. I do graphic design, and I did some graphic design for this guy named Alan Coyne, a Jewish guy, worked for TexasGig.com. He said, man, because I really, really need some graphics, man. He called me like 3 in the morning. I'm like, you, man, come on, I do it. I've done it. Down, you cool. You did me a couple of write-ups on your side. I do it for free. Just come by. That's easy.
Yeah.
He paid me. Okay, cool. We got cool. He said, hey, man, I got a Dallas Maverick thing song I want you to do, man. You want to do that? Like, I do it. Cool. I ain't going to get it. I just do it for the fun of it. I did a song called Verb, and our whole point of Verb was making everybody have epileptic seizure by playing with the color spectrum, rapid color changes. That's why like, you see the red, green, the hues, and different. I study all that kind of stuff, so people can have. We wanted to see can we make people with them have epileptic seizures. That's how. That's the kind of mind that me and TD on. We got real disastrous, beautiful minds.
Yeah,
they're just real, and we did it anyway. Long story short, when the video came out, man, that is so dope. Who did the beat? Picnic Time. Who did the vocals? Pikahsso. Who did the visuals? Tahiti. Y'all should be a group. They called me my birthday, February 1st, 2006. Pikahsso, we got a group called PPT, Pikahsso Picnic and GDU in it. I already got the guy, Alan Coyne, asked me to do the Mavericks like a couple of days early. I'm making a long story short.
Yeah.
Because I know in this radio world, you got to make the story interesting. I said, man, you know what? Alan, let me let them guys do the Dallas Maverick because I realize there's power in number. Like Pick used to say with Tripod. That PPT, that was a whole nother level that I went to. That whole nother level, when I did that Dallas Maverick theme song, I'm going to put it like this. Mark Cuban is probably one of the most powerful entities that I ever dealt with.
For sure.
Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban. Thank you. That ain't no stunting.
Yeah.
You can look at the stuff. Thank you, Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Mark Cuban, I did the thing. We did the song. I went up to Kiss 106 with Billy the Kid. I forgot when Alan Coyne and all them different groups. It's like 3 o'clock in the evening. By the time I went up, we was in. Just because Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Push the button.
You know how quick that stuff happened. Now at that point, let me show you these kids something. I ain't gonna open the envelope.
Yeah, no, you good.
I wish I'd have had this, and Jalo probably wish he'd have had this. See this logo?
Yeah.
When I was doing that Mark Cuban stuff, this would have been very vital, but it hit me so fast. I want you to know this. This or BMI, go get that.
Yeah, for sure. Man,
I'm just telling Mark Cuban, thank you. He helped us out a lot with that people. Continue.
So you didn't have your publishing and all this stuff in order, but you know what I'm saying, did they compensate you?
Yeah. No.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We got compensated a lot because after that,
Shows.
Fans. Oh my God, the fans. You start getting kids. It wasn't cursing. The stuff is already clean. PPT, none of our stuff was cursing. It's all clean. And another thing it opened up another conduit. Once you get in the door, you have to be able to stay in that door. Yep. And a lot of people, that's the thing, they get a connect and they get in, they get to acting ignorant and talking crazy. We got in, and the guys, I don't want to say their name because you got to be careful when you say it. That's one thing I learned. I got lawsuits dealing with that stuff. You got to be careful when you're dealing with a name like Mark Cuban because you get the residuals. The residual, like when a tornado happens, you get the shrapnel from dealing with him, and people they listen to them names you say. So a guy helped us out. Let's say Kobe get up to the line. Kobe, why you bugging? Shack attack. We was doing that stuff. So that led from doing PPT. The guy that worked at the Maverick that helped us get it. I say his name to start with a. That might be too much. The guy he got us in. I'm scared, man, because I had a lot of that. Mark Cuban had a lot of devilish people that came into me that. It took advantage of me with that.
For real?
Yeah, like friends, so-called. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to say the name. They might be. I don't want to make nobody popular. But when you're dealing with people like Mark Cuban, when you're dealing with people like high echelon, imagine what happened to me. Imagine what happened to him. or somebody like 50 Cent. People thought I was rich because I was Mark Cuban's a billionaire.
Yeah,
so I had
right.
to, oh man, just shut them up. People thinking, trying to, oh, Pikahsso getting this, and I wasn't. But anyway, doing that Dallas Maverick theme song, we got on Good Day Dallas with Tim, Kia Sports Talk, ESPN.
Yeah.
Pikahsso, man, you done had. You just saying from theme songs, you done had some of the biggest, been on the promoting some of the biggest shows and sports in Dallas Fort Worth.
At Dallas Maverick, yeah. That's what James said.
Skip Murphy. The Dallas Mavericks theme song.
ESPN. That's because of Alan Cohen. Thank you, Alan Cohen and Mike Oren. They the ones that helped us do that. And even Chris Arnold to a certain extent.
Bro, you are really, you know what I'm saying, like, well, ever since we confirmed this day, you know what I'm saying, I've been, you know what I'm saying, trying to think of and, you know what I'm saying, come across as much as I can. And, you know, I had in my head today, you know what I'm saying, I got a tagline that I say for this show to say the hottest rising indie artist, but I like, okay, that don't necessarily fit them. And I said, well, you know what I'm saying, these are legends and what did I exactly say? Pillars. I said now I'm sitting down with some of the hottest legends and pillars of our hip hop community.
Thank you.
And you are confirming that. You know what I'm saying? I knew that, like, GYLO, to me, what you did with your radio, because like I said, about that time when I came here in 96 or whatever, I was an aspiring rapper. I had moved to the city, and I thought this was everything, and I thought that this was the place that I was going to blow. And so when I had people that were saying, I'm from Agtown, Dalworth, and I'm hearing that song all over the radio, and then, you know what I'm saying, like Pikahsso, like I say, I'm hearing that on Skip Cheatham, and then, like, excuse me.
Thanks to that, at least she made it happen.
For sure, but when I'm hearing that and I say, okay, artists here in the city are getting on. It is possible.
Yeah, it wasn't easy.
Wasn't easy, man.
At all.
We had to do it the hard way. And I think it's important, you guys, you say what you said. You continue, Joe. I ain't gonna cut you off.
The thing is at that time, getting radio play on K104, I mean, even 97.9 was nearly impossible. It was like a rare thing. You know what I'm saying?
It was.
It was a rare thing. It's like if you don't have some type of connection with somebody, it's very rare.
To be in rotation.
You know what I'm saying? I think at the time when I first started, it was Pookie. You know what I'm saying?
Because I don't even think they was really doing mix shows.
They were.
A little bit, but
yeah, they
TDK were. Had a few, remember?
Yeah, but yeah, it was like we did it, and then 97.9 came, and when 97.9 they first started out like we're gonna support the local artists and blow up Dallas that way.
Who at Bink now?
Yeah, Bink. Who was it? Marie Kelly.
Bink, man,
Marie Kelly was on.
What Bink at, man? Shouts out to Bink.
Back here.
Shouts out to Bink. Bink showed us a lot of love.
Bink showed us a whole lot.
Shouts out to Bink. I forgot Bink put me on his album, his compilation. I remember
that. But
everybody wanted to be on his compilation.
He put me on his. Shouts out to Bink. He put me on his. I was so happy. I was happy he put me on his compilation.
Yeah, but he was one of the ones, and I think Bobo was getting radio play, but it wasn't
Bobo.
that many people.
Bobo making a comeback too.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah.
Bobo making a big comeback. Y'all heard him Real Life Street Star.
But it wasn't that many people getting played on the radio. It was funny. I went into I think it was a symposium that they had at K104 or something like that, and nobody knew I wasn't supposed to be there. I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go up there and see what's up. So I walk in slowly, and some dude got up to the mic and he was just like, yeah, what y'all gotta do to get local people to play it on the radio, whatever, you know? And so he just came out and he asked Skip Cheatham in front of about 1,000 people. So yeah, how much GYLO and Mr. Pookie had to pay to get played on the radio?
That's who said that?
Some dude, I don't know who it was, but he just straight up asked him. And Skip was just like, he said, first of all, I ain't never met GYLO, and he ain't paid no money. He took the streets like all y'all should be doing. He took the streets. He got people legitimately calling in, not just because you put on a tape and said, have your cousin call in at this time to get the song played.
Yeah.
No, he had legitimate people calling in at all times a day asking for that song. It wasn't nobody, it ain't his sister or his aunt or his uncle calling in and say, I want to hear, no. people are legitimately calling in from all over the Metroplex asking. He said he did something that y'all don't know how to do. Y'all promote, take the streets. Take the streets.
Where is Skip Cheatham?
I think he's still
He
here.
on 94.5 now.
DL Hughley, right?
Okay.
Is he on number DL Hughley?
I think so.
I
I
ain't
think
seen
he
Skip
does
in
stuff
long.
with DL Hughley.
Okay.
Yeah, I know he on 94.5 though, for sure. So he,
But yeah, he was just like, he was like, look, y'all outsmart, take the streets. You get people to actually take the streets. You create a hit in the street. You might get some radio play. But that's what they did. At that time, that's what you had to do. It was impossible, but that's what happened.
Wow. He got a lot on his mind again.
yeah, because I'm just looking at, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't easy.
Back at that time, we just didn't have the resources that they're using today. You know what I'm saying? At all. This was right at the turn of when we was out getting computers or whatever.
You know what? I think I would equate myself to be one of the first guys that was pushing the heavy on the internet in Dallas.
He was. Dallas Peeps.
DallasPeeps.com.
Shout out to Rob.
DallasPeeps.com. I used to be a part of that.
Did you?
DallasPeeps.com, boy. That was like the MySpace of Dallas. Remember
Yeah,
that?
for sure.
Shouts out to Rob, Ron, and Neville.
Oh my God.
And me and we Flame and Tay Hecker. They was on what's that movie? What T.I. The roller skate movie.
ATL.
She was all of them came. Paul Wall got blown off that site. Man, we would get popular. I realized I never really cared. And I love the radio, but I respect it. But I realized I'm so eccentric. They're not gonna play that backward stuff. So the internet's my thing. In the '98, I started doing I used to do an internet email called the Rum Rush. Matter of fact, some guy he came into my one of my Pikahsso. I saved one of your Rum Rush emails from the '90s. Like, man, don't get rid of that.
Yeah.
That could be worse on these NFTs. That shit might be worse on one day.
This first thing
I'm thinking NFT. That's a whole nother market.
Yeah.
I was an NFT before it was NFT. They talking about Soldier Boy. Soldier Boy wasn't doing that stuff. I'm older than him. Remember back in the 90s?
Yep.
I'm doing that stuff way before he was on the internet. I just didn't get up where he was.
Rob was definitely ahead of his time.
Rob had that. Rob Howard is a genius. He was Tom. Remember Tom on MySpace? With the side picture. Rob Howard was Tom. A computer programmer.
What it was, we would sit there and he was like, man, Rob gonna press the button today. I'm like, what button he about to press? I'm gonna play the song and then he gonna press the button and it's gonna flood the internet. I'm like, what?
Boy, I love
and so he pressed the button and Casa was like, oh my God, these niggas was calling me. Everybody hit me up.
When I realized the internet, man, before all these cats, we were on the internet when they weren't even cool. Man, Fat Album in the Hood, me and T.D. did Fat Album in the Hood. That Fat Album, that's me and Tahiti doing that. A lot of people don't know. Today they gonna know. They gonna get this work. They don't know that, man. But the internet, I realized, whoa, I can do this stuff and I have to go get beat up and get shot at or get in hot clubs. I can just do the internet from the house. What if I had that in high school? I probably had about 9 kids, but
Playboy.
I'm an honest cop. You know, the internet, man, Rob.
Yeah.
I was doing that back in the 97. Remember?
Yeah.
When we had dial-up and Lycos and Yahoo Chat.
AOL.
Yeah. That was like,
Yeah,
no slow login. Remember you upload send an MP3, it take all day to email that stuff.
You were like, man.
We had dial-up, man. Doing AOL.
But going up, but y'all use that, you know what I'm saying, and maximize it, bro. You know what I'm saying? So just imagine if you had what you had today, you know what I'm saying, back then,
man,
y'all definitely, you know what I'm saying, probably would have been sitting in the seats that y'all supposed to.
We didn't know we had, man.
Yeah, for
me,
sure.
Him and Jalo hit the streets.
That's what I was trying to say earlier, you know, when I was saying, like, sometimes being first, you know what I'm saying, we don't know what we got. Because I know when we first started broadcasting and using these programs that we sit here using, me and Johnny, we were some of the first.
Johnny Rip?
Johnny Judah, you know what I'm saying?
I know Johnny Judah. Cool,
but shout out to my nigga Johnny Rip. But when we started broadcasting and like internet, I even go just say to internet radio when I first got my station in 2013, and I was trying to tell artists, hey man, look, I know you want to be on K104. I know you want to be on 96.9, but I got the same thing, and my spins count just like theirs do. And they like, where I listened to it at though, you know what I'm saying? So it was an out of education thing in like 2013. People was not thinking.
From a live 365.
Yeah, people was
I used to have my radio station. Remember that? That is how I used to broadcast in my house.
That's what I use now. You know what I'm saying? Because licensing got so BMI started trying to charge us so much for the licensing aspect. It's just for me, you know what I'm saying? Well, I ain't gonna say for me, for a lot of small independent stations. BMI just made it ridiculously, you know what I'm saying, expensive broadcast and have a license. So
I don't even like. I like ASCAP.
But talk as far as them licensing radio is what I'm saying.
Okay.
BMI would tell, you know what I'm saying, the licensing companies that, hey, you got to charge this. So when I first started this, you know what I'm saying, to have a license was $24.75.
A year, a month.
A month. You know what I'm saying? And so after a while, after about three years, I see up around 2016, you know what I'm saying, they went up 2 times and it went up to $60. You know what I'm saying? And that's about where it is now. You know what I'm saying? But the reason they were saying, BMI was saying, the particular people that I was with back when I first started Stream Licensing, you know what I'm saying, they was telling Stream Licensing, hey, you're not charging Tricoastal Radio and the other people like him enough money to be able to play these songs that, you know what I'm saying, that we service y'all. And I'm like really looking like, I don't really play all that mainstream nowhere. I'm playing the indies, you know what I'm saying? But however,
I think the mainstream people, I'm gonna say this about mainstream, I think, where the mic at? I think a lot of y'all mainstream, y'all think y'all messed up the internet. I think a lot of y'all mainstream label, I think y'all messed up what artists like us can't even win no more. Y'all came into our area, our independent area, y'all came into our area and invaded it and polluted it with y'all pollution. Y'all polluted wombs.
How you say that though? How you figure that though?
Cause like you said, man, like, okay, I'm gonna tell you how I say that. TikTok. I'm on TikTok the other day.
Right.
My song the video I just shot, they took it off because somebody, which of these kids, I get it, but because of that, they take it off TikTok. I get a copyright flag on my own song. Viacom. I don't like Viacom. When I was on MTV with they premiered my video on MTV with Sway and Fabulous that day. Viacom took credit for my stuff and they got my YouTube channel deleted. It's the major corporate America came in and they messed it up. Yeah. I like it. Now it's a pros and cons to being in there. You get big, but they take over everything. Viacom had no right to take rights to my video. I don't give a damn. I'm no Viacom. I'm not afraid of them.
Content ID. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
So they took over my thing. So when I put my video up, property of Viacom, like, oh, I had to write YouTube a long letter. I'm gonna fight. This is my video. Viacom didn't put that, but because I came on MTV, they coded it and it became their rights.
So what are they claiming the ID to?
On my P100 song.
But you got some what am I trying to say? Some music in there that references.
Now TikTok, I see why they did it, but I don't know which of these kids, cause like which of these kids, I get it. But they took it. They won't even let you even they won't even let me put it up on TikTok. Even if I take that part out.
You didn't change. You should have changed the
tempo. I thought about that.
Yeah, you should have changed it up.
But still, I know you're right. But ain't that messed up? Even that part out. I even took that part out.
It takes away from the creativity, but then at the same time, that's also the same part. That's a double-edged sword because also that's the part that protects you.
Yeah,
as
right.
well.
That was my homeboy James said too. Yep, James
it
said the
is.
same thing.
You know what I'm saying? It protects you as well. But the only thing that you did is that, you know what I'm saying, you use. You know what I'm saying, that part of the song, which you, like you just said, you didn't change it up, but that's also the same thing that if I take that song, that's why I'm not playing the song while we interviewing. Usually I would like interact, put y'all music in here, but like I say, I know your music is released, but all they gonna do is take it out.
Blank that, mute the thing.
And fuck up my interview. So
you don't think that's messing up the whole, maybe not messing up, maybe that's a strong, Tahiti from PPT said, Pikahsso, they killing us. Man, I can't even put I know what they doing. I took that part of the song out, but because they still looking at the tempo, they still rating it as the same song. I even took the parts out, but they still catching it with Shazam and all that stuff. They're still catching
Shazam
it. It's a bad mother. Shazam, you can't get away with that stuff.
No,
but then, like James told me at Pikahsso, what if I was rich? Somebody secretly using my stuff. Yeah. I done call people using my music on Shazam right now, just randomly, just playing my music. Who is this dude?
Wait a
popped
minute.
up on he used my cut, my Fat Albert, all the stuff me and TD did.
Yeah.
I ain't really tripping because he do got 20 views, but Shazam is a bad tool. Mm-hmm. But it's also a tool. I don't know, man. You right.
Like, it's
a couple of tool. You right. I'm humble. That old me, you couldn't get me to say that you right. It is a double. Because now I'm like you right, but then I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
You right. Because it can protect me too. What if a millionaire got hold to it? Then I'd be thankful they got Shazam.
Yeah, for sure. And just that and not even that song. You know what I'm saying? Just that's how you get paid. You know what I'm saying? For you to go and if you registering your music and encoding it or whatever, that's how you get your music. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned a lot of that from with the radio. Cause like when I first was getting music. And populating my station back in 2013 or whatever, you could send me track 5. And I would put track 5 on there, and it was fine when it popped up or whatever. And then I started seeing some of my peers you know what I'm saying, and I'm looking at their radio station, and I'm seeing when they song pop up, and you know what I'm saying, well, they got Pikahsso, his picture pop up, and the name of his song, and I'm like, hey, why they don't do that on my station? And I'm realizing that, hey, man, you're not putting encoded music in on your server, so you know what I'm saying. And then I started to learn, like, well, these artists are sending me track 5, I need to stop them. Like, bro, no, don't send me track 5. Send me your music that's encoded. You know what I'm saying? So these spins account.
You think a lot of artists? I don't want to hog with this interview, but I like
this
the conversation.
interview.
But you think a lot of artists know? Because I was telling Jalo, I'm not putting Jalo business. I said Jalo, when you come out this next, whenever you put out, learn ASCAP. Tahiti from PPT and Big Hub showed me pretty much the whole thing of it. I knew a little bit. I haven't, but I never really know. Tahiti and Big Hub showed me the final, like the writers and the publisher. That's different. A lot of people don't know that. That's why I went and got your envelope and held that up for a reason. So they know. Artists out there, you got guys like Big Rip to telling you get your writers and get your publishers. It's a difference. Learn. You can call ASCAP. They got a number on there. You can call them. They'll answer your questions. I got on them people nerves. They sick of me.
Yeah. The information is there, man. Like that's one of the biggest things that I had to do with having an internet radio station and trying to show people that, you know what I'm saying, there's value with, you know what I'm saying, us spinning your music and we're doing the same thing. But a lot of it is education, and it's still a big part of helping the indie artists, educating them, you know what I'm saying, and getting that music. That's one thing that I do is help people get their business in order, registering music or whatever. That's one of the big things. That's because the radio just don't make a lot of money. But you know what I'm saying, me consulting people and helping them, you know what I'm saying, getting their music retail and radio ready is a service that I'm proud that I got as a skill set and that I put out there for them, man. You know what I'm saying?
I want to shout you out for that, because at the time that I did everything, it was grassroots. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it wasn't no
being first,
no internet, nothing.
We
it
ain't
was
none
just
of that.
like, look, we just trying to get on the radio, you know, and that was it. You know what I'm saying? So now, the platform that you have, you're able to take somebody that just got out of the studio. You know what I'm saying? They just got raw talent. They just ready. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know nothing else. Yeah. And so you get them on and you're like, look, I'll take you through this. You know what I'm saying? I'll walk you through this. You know what I'm saying? Even how to do an interview. You know what I'm saying? Look, me and Bilal sat in front of Pikahsso and James so much. Like, look, this is how you conduct yourself. Pikahsso, look, this is how you dress. When I first met Pikahsso, I used to wear J. Riggins.
Shout out to J. Riggins. So you had all the golf shirts.
So I'm walking up and I'm like, faded shirts, you know what I'm saying? Because they in the washer or whatever. So Pikahsso looked like, he said, look, he said, that's cool. He said, but why you don't go get
hot for a while, man.
He just like, why you don't go get you a polo or a Nautica or something like that?
I'm just big on fashion.
And so I'm like, you know what? I never thought about it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it, but I'm just like, $20 for a shirt at J. Riggins, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, so he was just like, say, bro, why don't you just add $10 more onto that and go buy you a polo or Nautica, and I guarantee the quality of the shirt gonna last longer, and it's gonna stay in style longer than what you wearing right now. So he started me that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna see what he say. So I went in the Foley's. I'm like, you know, hey, $50. I ain't about to spend $50 on a shirt. You know what I'm saying? So I look. I'm frugal. Like, well, let me go look at the clearance rack.
I have spent a lot of money on clothes of mine.
So I looked at the clearance rack, and I'm just like, oh, they go with Nautica. Man, Nautica. I said, ain't nothing but like $25. I'm like, oh, okay, that's only $5 more for what I spent at J. Riggins. I got me the Nautica, took it home, put
now
that mug on.
Now you pull it out like Miss Val.
So, so after that, I'm just like, dang, I can do this with a lot of stuff. So after that, I started getting more Nautica, Polo. And I'm like, you know what? This stuff ain't as flashy. It lasts a long time too. So I'm like, okay, this is classic. Yeah. And so my dad, he worked in his warehouse, so he was always suited and booted. So he was just like, look, the quality of work that you get, you're gonna spend money for. But if you get something with quality, it's gonna last you a long time. And so I'm like, same vibe Pikahsso.
You see that little outfit you got right there? That's the combination of my mama now. putting your outfits together, the black and yellow with the mixture of Charlie Brown or the hat.
Yeah.
Just little stuff like that, man.
I was gonna say, where and you let people know, cause you know when you be clean, you be matching like. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was like Wendy Williams and had some shoe cam. You know what I'm saying? A shoe cam on it, cause you know what I'm saying. The shoes match the hat. You know what I'm saying, perfectly with the Puma. Shout out to Miss Val, cause she got us out in Puma.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You know
what I'm saying?
You know, cause I honestly. I just started.
All right, McDonald make Miss Val joke to you, Josh. Josh, you trying to catch her, Miss Val? I said, he said, I can't mess with her. You seen her closet?
Your tracksuit game is on point too, though. Yeah, I think every time I see you in a tracksuit.
I mean, but you know what? I just started that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I got off child support.
Let's be real.
I got off child support after 22 something years.
He's showing out.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me do me.
I seen a real check, a full check come in, and I was like, "What? This how much I make?" I'm like, "I'm going shopping."
He got a lot of Pumas.
But it was
child support that killed you.
It was the pandemic, so I'm just like, you know what? I start buying all them clothes. I'm like, I ain't wearing nowhere. I'm in the house. I'm stuck in the house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't got nowhere to wear them. So I'm like, I said, Casa, I'm gonna act up this one. And he was like, for real?
No doubt, we outside, baby.
I'm like, I did it. So I start buying all these.
I bet y'all won't do wear the stuff I wear. Boy Scout and Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah,
they won't take it out.
So speaking of that was probably the first event coming outside after the pandemic.
Yeah.
So when you see me in that, I had on I think it was a red polo at the time. Red
polo.
The
verses.
The verses, yeah.
Me and Fritz.
So yeah, I came in there with that on. I'm like, I ain't had no
Fritz and all gonna wear that shit.
So when I see,
on Fritz face when you
I
see
seen
me.
Pikahsso get out the car, I was like, Pikahsso. I'm shaking my head. I'm like, dude, you
in the Boy Scout?
Yeah,
yes.
the Boy Scout.
Because I've been out with Pikahsso all the time.
Talk about that.
I've been out with Pikahsso all the time. You know what I'm saying? And we both, we critique each other when we come. Look, dude, you might want to go change this shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think? No, Pikahsso, not tonight. And so, we've done that. You know what I'm saying? Because we've gotten to places strictly because of how we look and how we dress. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you look like somebody will treat you like somebody.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you look like a nobody, they going to look right over you. You know what I'm saying? And so he'll talk me. Come to the club with your head up. You ain't got to say nothing to nobody, but just come in with your head up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look. They need to look at you.
In VIP.
They need to look at you like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? That's something... The newer generation, they got the swag down.
Yeah, swag.
They got the swag.
Some of these little young cats can dress though.
Yes, they got the swag.
I watch a lot of them.
But still, to come in the club and you look like somebody, that's something. Hey, somebody need to tell you this. Look like you somebody when you come out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care. At that time, every time you come out, look like you never know where you might end up. You know what I'm saying? You never know where you might be going. And so we did that. So as I got older, I'm like looking. I'm like, Casa, what you wearing tonight? Oh, I can't tell you.
Can't tell you.
I can't tell you.
But I'm gonna kill him.
Oh, and so literally, we come up. I'm like,
you should see me when I went to get some gas. They were like, where you get that?
So when we if for those who don't see this and don't know, you know what I'm saying, we talking about one of
the versus battle.
The versus battle, you know what I'm saying, the legendary, you know what I'm saying, it was a legend because we had Fritz, and you know what I'm saying, and Pikahsso, which, like, you know what I'm saying, as if you didn't know, you're finding out today, these were real legends, you know what I'm saying, all real legends. And Pikahsso, I'm hosting, so I walk in.
He didn't know what to say.
First, I was envious because I never was a Boy Scout, but I was in the Awana Club. Awana is
Awana. I know about
Awana. You should.
I know about Awana. Yes, I know about Awana.
So Awana, all workers are not ashamed. You know what I'm saying? But Awana is the equivalent. You know what I'm saying?
Boys Club.
Of the Boys Club. You know what I'm saying? For Christians.
Yep.
And so I was in the Awana Club, and so I always took pride in my outfit. That we had, and I always wanted to sort of be in the boys club, but you know what I'm saying, the outfit was always, you know what I'm saying, one that was highly respected by me. And so I look at Pikahsso, and he has on a whole Boy Scout fit, looking like he unearned his Eagle Scout.
Man, can I tell you, I did an interview and a guy asked me that, and I'm so happy people like that. I never realized how many people feel, Pikahsso, where'd you get the Boy Scout?
That's where I'm going. I want to ask you.
Okay.
When you came up, you said, "Okay, I'm about to do this battle. I'm going to destroy Fritz. And not only am I going to destroy Fritz, I'm going to kill him in 5 different segments because you had the same outfit, but you had the overcoat. You had the different hat. You know what I'm saying?
You know what made me do that? I watched Aretha Franklin them. I mean, not Patti LaBelle them and all them. I watched their verses. And how they was changing their outfits.
Yeah.
Okay, I like how they changed. I watched Teddy Riley and them. I watched, okay, they kind of changed up. They were taking their stuff serious. I'm thinking Fritz going to do the same thing. Because Fritz, you know, I'm like, okay.
Fritz didn't even remember his raps.
I'm thinking Fritz is going to like, man, I'm thinking to myself, man, Fritz going to probably get something real dope or something like that. Let me go do something. So what I did, I went home and thought, what I love, I thought about my mama. It always based around my mama. Like I said, my mama had me want to be a Boy Scout, but I never could go as far as I wanted. That's always been my dream. My mama wanted me to be a Cub Scout, Boy Scout. So I went online and just went to BoyScout.com and started looking at Boy Scout community groups and seeing them. I started looking at that envelope hat that's called the Garrison hat.
Yeah.
And I started studying. I said, oh, wow, that's the Boy Scout jacket. I want to dollify this jacket. So I found the Boy Scout. Shit, that was expensive.
I was going to ask you that too. How much did you spend on that whole fit?
The shoes.
Let me guess.
Okay, I'm going to tell you how close you are.
Let me guess. I would say about $450.
About 500, 600.
Yeah, cause and he had on was them Eastlands.
Eastlands, yep.
Eighth grade, baby.
He paying attention.
8th grade. I said that
you
night.
Got the Eastlands,
I said. You got on some Eastlands.
The most expensive thing was the shoes and that jacket. That wool Boy Scout jacket.
The orange one?
It was red.
It was red? Okay.
Yeah, I know it was a loud color. You up from like Harry Potter. That's a Boy Scout official jacket.
Yeah, everything
I bought
was
one
official.
plain, and I seen people, I went online, seen people had their Arkansas chapter. I said, let me see, can I find some? So I went online for like 2 weeks and see can I find some Dallas chapter. I took those and I merged them on with glue. The glue. I put that jacket together, all the Dallas patches.
Yeah.
I found
That's how I do all my shit.
I like that.
Yeah,
I went to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
I went all around because I'm like, I can't let Fritz get me. Because and the thing he was talking, I'm gonna get Pikahsso. Remember Charwick had us the countdown?
For sure,
I'm taking it for real.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Fritz was really gonna do that to me. So I said, I gotta get him. I take this, I'm on the treadmill. Saying my lyrics.
You were.
I'm on the treadmill. Remember, I was trying to put the upload.
Don't give him time to prepare.
I was taking that stuff so I practiced. I'm in South Dallas, Korea. I'm gonna see how tired I can get. I did the tempo up. I'm in South Dallas, Korea. I ride around town. I did my stuff on the top tempo to see could I say my whole. I'm in South Dallas, Korea. I ride around town. That's how crazy this girl's because you lost your mind.
Exercise.
You like a mad genius. I mean a mad scientist. I already lost weight. People didn't see me. I had lost a lot of weight, and everybody seen me. I done dropped like 50 pounds. I was chubby last time everybody seen me. I had to start working out on Michael Jackson's birthday because a chubby girl told me because you getting fat. Okay.
I'm
gonna show you that.
Yeah.
Watch me lose it. So I start jogging and all that, and it just kind of happened. And I wanted my mama, rest in peace. I wanted her to see me. She didn't even get a chance to see it because it didn't get live. But I wanted her to see me, her son, because I something to do with verses, mom. And I want you to see me. And she knew I love being Boy Scout. So to put that together, I probably put like $500-$600 in that.
It was dope, bro. I'm gonna say like that. That was a moment that night. We done had some moments. You know what I'm saying, at Live Wicks, and I call Wicks, you know what I'm saying, when you said that earlier, you know what I'm saying, Arlington is the Mecca. Yeah. I done been affiliated with a couple of different places around Dallas-Fort Worth where I have dubbed them as the Mecca of hip-hop as well, too, but we definitely...
We call it the Mecca 817.
Yeah, I call Wick around that time because he was letting us do a whole lot of good stuff over there, and we had some good shows, and that was definitely a moment of hip hop. You know what I'm saying, for DFW that I mark up on the calendar.
Wick is a good dude, man.
Yeah, I like Wick.
Now, what's funny is I hadn't been out that night in a long time, and I wasn't used to being in a club like that because I ain't been to like a regular club in a long time. So I'm getting in, I'm chilling, you know, I'm low key, you know what I'm saying, I'm laid back and low key or whatever. So Pikahsso will put anybody on the spot. We're gonna shout out to GYLO. And it was like the whole club looked my way. I'm like,
I did. I'm like, is that who that is over there?
I'm like, what did he just do? Like, he put the spotlight on me. I'm like, okay. Like, okay. So people start coming out the woodworks, and I'm like, first time I met Hub. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Hub.
And he said, "Man, I've been waiting to meet you." I'm like, I heard about you. Like, for real? I said, yeah, Cosmo talk about you all the time.
Oh, man, I love
You know what I'm
Hub,
saying?
man.
I'm saying Cosmo talk about you all the time. So he was just like,
I miss Hub
Man.
talking to him.
Man.
so he
I
took a
I
picture.
said that yesterday.
He took a picture of me, but it was with his phone. So I heard that he don't really post a lot of pictures. So
Who,
it was-
Hub?
yeah.
Oh, no.
But he took a picture of me with his phone. I wish I had it. You know what I'm saying? But that was the first time that I met him, and I'm like, he was cool.
You never
know
worked
what I'm
with
saying?
Hub, did you?
Never, because I've been off the scene.
Yeah.
So that was the night, and then I forgot one of Fritz's homeboys came up to me. He was like, "Dude, I ain't seen you since the '90s." I'm like, I remember him. I forgot what his homeboy was.
Boo Love?
I think
The
that was him.
dark-skinned guy?
Yeah,
Boo Love.
Yeah. So he came up to me, "Man, what's up?" He said, "You remember?" I said, "I remember you." He said, "Man, I ain't seen you since the '90s." I'm like, "Wow, it's been a minute." You know what I'm saying? But it was just like you said, everybody looking like, "Oh, you Jalo," and then you came up. You know, "Hey, what's happening?" Man, when I first came, y'all was on the radio doing it. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
cool.
all I
You know what I'm
remember.
saying?
You know what I'm saying?
He said, and that's when you told us.
When we seen you at that award show, we knew what you was about to say, didn't we?
Yep.
I said, watch what he said. Remember how you come to the show? Because when you said that, we always thought about that. You probably thought we forgot.
Yeah.
I might be a little slow. I'm a little slow, but like even the drop, I just ain't got around to it. But I ain't forgot about the drops.
Yeah, for sure.
I
I
just-
ain't going nowhere. I'm going to always
My
leave.
mind just all over the place. You got to,
Yeah.
but no.
Yeah.
That was-
But yeah, it was when you told us, you was like, "I want both of y'all together." I'm like, "I'm
We
down,"
forgot that.
because I don't do interviews.
And I hadn't seen that you had the interview, so I thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to have you. And like I say, I really can't get it. It don't seem like I can get it all out of here. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, you know what I'm saying? I might have to have y'all, because it's just like y'all got so much history. But like the reason I was putting y'all together, like when I made that thing, you know what I'm saying, with y'all name up there, like, I seen you come out for him. You know what I'm saying? Like he had been coming up to Wicks. You know what I'm saying? He had been there before, but you came out for his battle or whatever. And then I done seen y'all 3 or 4 more times there at Wicks. Y'all always together. You know what I'm saying? And
Jalo
then-
goes out a little bit more than I do, but yeah. People think me and Jalo was kin.
Yeah, I thought we were brothers.
I thought y'all I thought y'all were real tight brothers for sure. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we tight, but maybe not as tight as we used to be, but we tight.
Yeah.
We,
A lot of people might not think we tight. I like to be honest. We're not as tight as we probably used to be, but it's still a tightness.
Yeah,
Like
y'all
with
got a
James.
bond.
yeah, oh yeah,
definitely.
definitely.
I
You
mean,
know what I'm
everybody.
saying?
What you say, Jalo? Just because people don't mean you ain't.
Oh
cool
yeah,
like
just
that.
because we ain't talk, it may be times where me and Casa don't talk for each other about a week or two, and then I call up, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, "Oh, nothing, chilling. This is what I got
You know me
going
by
on."
my summer
You know what I'm
recluse.
saying? but me and him both got like that. The thing is we were so used to being alone. You know what I'm saying? Being in the walls, people get panic when they gotta sit in the walls and they gotta look at themselves. Me and Casa never had that problem. When the pandemic hit, we was just like, this ain't nothing new. We good. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We
yeah.
ain't got no demons that we got to deal with looking at ourselves. You know, people want their vices, you know what I'm saying, to get out and do club and whatever. We good.
I didn't even have sex during the pandemic.
You know what I'm saying? We
Not
cool.
one time.
Yeah.
Still haven't. I just wanted to say I did it. That's just cool for me.
Yeah.
We
I know
good.
that's random, but I promise to God, like
Yeah.
never.
You can say that when you done had plenty. You know what I'm saying? It ain't changed.
But yeah, it wasn't a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing. I need a woman to get a wife. That's what I need.
People talk about these mental issues and stuff like that, and really what it is people are afraid to deal with their own self.
There you go.
That's all that is. If you're afraid of your own 4 walls, why are you scared of yourself? You might want to look at yourself and really critique yourself and why am I this way?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We've had those talks before. We both look at each other like, look, this is what I think about me. We say that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We able to critique each
My
other.
mama died during a pandemic. That changed me.
Yeah. We able to critique each other. You know what I'm saying? We able to look at each other and be like, this is what I feel about this. And we both say, because he'll ask me about advice about things, and I'm like, Casso, I don't think you should do that.
When I get ready to do something dumb, y'all tell me. I'm not that I need him to tell me. Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, cause y'all, sometimes I get a little sense. I'm gonna go in, like a couple of my ex-girlfriends or something.
Casso.
Man, she better not say nothing.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I can't. I don't like to be fake. So anybody that I'm with, if you see me with somebody we had a problem, you see me next, oh, but let's believe we done had a talk. So
Yeah.
people need, he being fake. No, I don't do fake. Me and Jalo, we done had to test me, but we don't really do all that arguing. That's for kids.
Yeah,
all that
right.
arguing, we can discuss it like men and
move on.
Like you said, right? Move on. Just have a man-to-man discussion. Move it on. My mama died. They got a little weird for me with some people because I never had that happen to me before. So it got a little weird a little bit, But we will always check. Even my daddy, my son is no. My daddy don't know. My daddy don't know the stuff that I went through with the stuff. So my daddy think that people pamper me because I'm Pikahsso. They not being Pikahsso. Don't say that. But I did whatever. I'm telling my dad, if he watching, I'm an honest guy. Whatever I did it because I felt like it. Because I know what you did to me was wrong. Even my dad, it just is what it is. I don't care if they hate me. I don't care about hate. I just who I am. But y'all, Pikahsso, don't do that. Jane, don't do that. Jalo, don't do that, man.
The thing about Pikahsso, he's always been a master of words. You know what I'm saying? Like Pikahsso is so doggone smart. He could write your little thesis down. Like, let me get this together and write this for you and make it sound right because he wrote for Starvin. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what they did. They interviewed great legends. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did. Biggie and Craig Mack.
Andre
come on now. Andre 3000. You're writing for legends. So if you're writing for legends, that means you got to know what to say. You know what I'm saying? And so he's very cunning with words. Matter of fact, so cunning that he can destroy you with words.
Yeah.
To the point, I'm going to tell it. To the point, he was on Dallas Peeps at the time, and this is when Pepsi came in and was hyping up all the rappers with Ludacris. You remember when Ludacris did the Pepsi commercial, and so they did research Ludacris before, and so they took him off the commercials. So Pikahsso got offended.
I don't know why, but I did.
He got offended. It had nothing to do with him and Luda. That was Luda now. So Pikahsso wrote Pepsi. If you don't make an apology to the DFW area, I guarantee that your percentage and rate will go down. And so he wrote them. And so he sent it off. He had no idea they was going to
I didn't think they would really do it. I mean, like, man, that shit happened rather. Oh, wow.
They wrote back. Look, we sincerely apologize.
I didn't like how they did Ludacris.
He showed me and James looking like, this nigga wrote Pepsi. And they wrote him back in fear of what he might do in the area.
You know where I got that from? I don't believe in plagiarism. Even though we ain't really on good terms, my daddy got me like that. That spirit. Sometimes, like his son or my daddy, we having that real. So people know how me and Jalo really talk, me and Jane, that real talk. Sometimes your son or your daddy, you got kids. Yeah. Sometimes they don't know where they pulling that stuff from. They too arrogant. They got too much bitterness to admit. That's my daddy and me. Yep. Even though me and my daddy don't get along, that fire. Yep. I got it in me. My daddy just don't know me to know that. So that's why I see him, that John Wiley Price, my daddy, he'll stand up for himself. You know how he is. Yeah. So I got that from him. Like Jalo, I'm looking at Jalo. He looked like his dad with the glasses on. Yeah. We have see your son, him, that entrepreneur, that's you. So my daddy got that same spirit. So when I see him talking to Ludacris, I was on DallasPeace.com. I said, I got a little power. They just shut Luda down. Luda don't even know me. I don't know what now. Think about it. What was I thinking about? I'm gonna write him.
Luda needs to see this and he owe you.
Yeah, I just did it for Ludacris. He don't even know me. I like Luda. Because I like Luda.
So you kept Luda with some Pepsi money.
In Dallas. They wrote me back. Yeah. He probably don't even know how he did that. And he probably knows that it had somewhat of effect in this area.
And so my whole point is, Cho will say it. And Cho speaks up for Pikahsso. Cho is a genius. He's our producer. You know what I'm saying? So
Tommy speak about him a lot.
Cho will be like, if Pikahsso was attacking somebody, it's because somebody done did something to Pikahsso. We just don't go out attacking people. That's not our nature. You know what I'm saying? We defend ourselves and we retaliate. Yeah. And so when his retaliation come into play, his dark mind get to going, and he'll be like, hey, I'm going to do this or whatever. This is what I'm going to do. Pikahsso, you going to destroy somebody and they going to think you the bully. Yeah, and so I had to stop him plenty of times. And I'm like, I sit there and shake my head. I'm like, dude, don't do this, man. You know I ain't scared. I know you ain't scared to do it. And
self-doubt
is he gonna do it, but he's that cunning with words that it'll be like, okay, you bullying somebody.
Truth be told, though, man, I hate hurting people though.
He do.
I don't even like to hurt people. I'm really got a heart of gold. I'm just a little misunderstood. That's why I like Hub. Hub was like an oracle, somebody that get me. You need a guy that get a guy like me, or like Allen Iverson, the DMX, kind of like loose cannons a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of just
with a good heart.
Just got a good heart.
You think you're a loose cannon?
I can be. You don't
Can
really.
be, yeah, for
I can
sure.
be at times.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I'm not a gangster. If you call loose cannon being a gangster, no. But am I the kind of guy that do whatever I want to do? Yeah.
You say what you want
I
to.
say what I want and I do what I want to do. I probably need to be rich, but sometimes when you don't have the kind of money, it's hard to live that lifestyle.
Yeah.
I like to wake up when I want to. I don't like believing in alarm clocks. I don't like nobody to tell me what to do. I'm not a mean guy. I like to be on time. I don't believe in a woman. You got to come home at a certain time. What?
Really?
That's probably. But I need one. I need a woman to balance me out.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so. So I know my flaws. I don't like hurting people. I like to show love to all these cats. I might be to a fault. Too much love. I never loved myself. I put myself on the back burner when I could have been up front. So I'm just a real complex guy with a good heart that's misunderstood.
People. The misconception that we get all the time is that people think that we arrogant.
I'm not arrogant.
They think that we are, especially me, because
why?
I'm so quiet and I'm
Okay,
laid back.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? They misconception are, oh, he's arrogant, he's into himself, he don't want. But really, I'm a very caring person. I care about a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Costco's the same way. People think because of his aura and who he is, they just like, oh, he's arrogant. When I first met Picasso, I'm like, who is he? You know what I'm saying? But when I first met Picasso, I
can see that from both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? How other people, like, I've been up on y'all and talked to y'all, so I sort of see it. But like you, I could understand it from getting that from you, and I could see how people can take his personality and think that, you know what I'm saying, he might be
Stunting on him a little bit?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can
stunting
see
on him a
that.
little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's because people, you know what I'm saying, you sort of make people, you know what I'm saying, feel like you shitting on them, you know what I'm saying? But that's because they self-esteem.
My homeboy
know.
told me that Picasso. That's why I say that's called visually disrespectful. I don't say Picasso. You don't mess with people like that because you ain't that kind of dude fighting. You ain't that kind of like show. Picasso ain't that tight, but you know how to get people. Like, I know they don't like me. I come in and dress like Charlie Brown and just shut them down. Me and T done wore pink tuxedos in a party, and everybody just take the whole crowd from them.
Yeah.
PPT, we rocking after we do the whole crowd lead with us. You mess with me, I'll get you another way.
Yeah.
You can't say I did nothing to you. I just get you with psychosis of the mind, skullduggery.
Yeah.
Read skullduggery. Read Friedrich Nietzsche. Read these great philosophers and how they overthrew the world. Mussolini. I'm that kind of. I'm the culmination of that kind of. My mama got me reading these books, so I started incorporating that stuff in my everyday life, how I think.
That's why I say the cunning with words.
I live Mussolini.
Exactly.
He will go there and you be sitting there looking like, what did you just? Don't worry about it.
But
You know what I'm saying? But he's not hearing it.
I'm
You know
not
what I'm
doing it to stunt.
He's not.
Nah, man, my
You know what I'm
mama
saying?
didn't raise me
A
like
lot of
that.
stuff that we do, when people see us come out, they like, oh, you know, we be quiet and chill, but then again, we come in and we know everybody. You know what I'm saying? So people gonna dap us up. So a lot of people think that's, oh, y'all arrogant.
I'm gonna tell you something else that we do that a lot of
you
people don't know.
You think y'all all that.
I believe in respecting women. Let me say this real quick.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know this about me because a lot of guys, I don't want your woman. If a man, woman, I don't want nobody's wife. I believe in respecting a man's wife. If I had a problem with you, your wife, let's say like that, your wife in your house, I'm gonna say, hey man, I'm gonna address you. I think it's disrespectful to address a man's wife without addressing him first. It's disrespecting that man's house and what he believes in as a man. So we don't have no men. These little boys don't know. They come checking their women. I think a man should talk to a man about his problem with a wife. I think a woman. That's why you look at pimp movies. They have the bottom me.
Yeah.
They check care of the women.
Yeah.
The man should talk to the man. When it comes to women checking men and when they out of place and out of line and out of pocket and order. That's how I believe. And I believe in respecting women. In my show, I ain't gonna disrespect no woman. When I look at a woman, make sure she ain't got no boyfriend. I don't disrespect nobody's man. Nobody's woman. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in cheating. I don't believe in committing adultery. A lot of people don't know the morals. My mama put that in. And when my mama died, it's like a resurgence of me or what I really was. When she died, her spirit, it came in me. I said, damn, I'm kind of living foul. Not living, but I was living foul. And just because you do stuff when you were young, people remember that.
Yeah.
That stuff don't go away. I tell my daughter, you think you doing that cute stuff, people gonna always remember that stuff, that pain you brought to them. So I had to make amends for all the pain that I've caused.
Yeah,
don't ever get it twisted. I'm telling you.
We both say nobody's perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm not perfect. I have my flaws about myself or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I will admit it. If you come to talk to me, look, if we can talk sensibly, we ain't gotta be arguing, yelling, or whatever the case may be. We could talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you, yeah, this is what happened. This is what I did. Yeah, I was wrong at this point. Yeah, I might have misread this. Oh, yeah, I might have said this at this particular time. I will say that. You know what I'm saying? Casso the same way. He would brutally tell the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Hurt you?
You
got a daughter?
Nah, I got two sons, 19 and 20.
Oh, you got lucky. We got daughters.
You have a daughter, man. You know how it make me feel to look at it. I have to be honest with my daughter and tell my daughter all the stuff I've done so she can know better. I had to have that real talk with her. Hey, I did that.
Yeah.
It don't sit well with me. Sometimes God give you daughter to humble you.
Yeah. I've seen a bunch of my partners that got daughters or whatever. I was like, shh.
Man. Yeah. It's tough.
That's karma,
When you
trust me.
Yeah, it's karma. When you see it, like my daughter, when I see my daughter baby daddy and I mistreating her, I'm not afraid. When I see him mistreating her, God, I never did nothing like. You want to tell them, but they got to learn on their own. They got to learn on their own. So I'm just saying, as artists, sometimes people think it's all about the fashion. It's different facets to us. Yeah. Like I like talking to Jay nonstop about life. I really respect him. I come here, I speak to your wife. That's something we don't steal in our little black boy. We say black girl magic. We forgot about the black boy. I tell Jalo, your son, I see the hurt in his eye. Hug him sometime, whether he like it or not. It's hurt. Our little black boys need love too. So I'm not just my mama didn't believe in cooning and shucking and jiving. Nope. My mama, all that cooning, she hate when me and Tita, she used to hate that. So she always want me to let them know your heart too. You ain't just no clown putting on Boy Scouts. No court jester. My mama and them fought hard. They were sharecroppers in Mississippi. And they were some of the first people in Aberdeen. They were from Strong, Mississippi. They sharecroppers, and they moved to Aberdeen. Some of the first prominent black people they come from the Wood Forks. They were Indians and black. And I learned my history and our heritage, and I sat on the porch with my grandma, and I mean this. A lot of people think I'm not no joke. They don't know. People think they can just take a small microcosm of my life and think they can just etch me out. It took a whole lot of pain to be a guy like me. I done been called threats and beat, jumped, and people took my woman and left me and all that stuff. So that put some hair on your back and it make you become a man. A lot of people think you a man, but you don't know what a man like. You don't know what a man like to be like, to even walk in a guy's shoes like me. One day you will. You don't. A man, when you see your woman, your daughter getting done wrong, what you say? That's me. Yep. That's karma for all the stuff that I done. All the women. I never beat no woman, but that's karma.
It's funny, you know what I'm saying? Because I look at my daughter and I'm like, what role model are you looking as a man? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you choose him as a baby daddy? Yeah. I said, do you know how long I was on child support? I didn't run from child support. I worked a 9 to 5 the whole time that I was working the GYLO project. It wasn't no time where I'm like not working. I made my 9 to 5 because I had kids to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, they just like, people used to look at me, I'd be at work. I'm on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I'm at work and my song being played on the radio. People are like, man, your song on the radio. I'm like, okay, and y'all need to get back on the phone and do your work. And so they look at me, they just like, how do you separate it? I said, that's a passion that I have. Yeah. It ain't paying my bills yet. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there is a 9 to 5 that I work. So yes, I was on child support for 22 something years, never ran from it. When it was over with, it was over with. I don't want no extra paid. I got to pay till I'm 65 on child. I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's something that people don't understand. They're like, look, this is a role model as a man. They take care of his kids. If you are taking care of your kids, look, that's part of your manhood. Take care of your kids. And I was always on child support. That's why I always had a job.
I know we went left field, but we just want people to know that we ain't all about the dumb stuff too. So because so dumb, I ain't that dumb, man.
At all.
I hate when people tell
I don't think nobody get that from you at all.
No, James,
I don't think there's none of it, man. Man, this is the hype hour, man.
It was a good combo, man. We went all somewhere else.
And like I'm not even. We gotta do a part 2, bro.
You asked for it.
Hey, if you'll give it to me, we got it, man.
Hey, man, when we all leave this earth before we go, do you realize some people in the civilization, some kids that are in the mortified, we be watching this stuff, we want to make sure we leaving something.
Yeah.
When I watch old Petey Green videos and all them people that passed before I was born, they were saying Muhammad Ali and Cassius Clay and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and Medgar Evers and all in Thurgood Marshall and Mary McLeod Bethune and Shirley Chisholm. See how I'm naming them people off?
Yeah.
That stuff and Mansa Musa, the great kings of Africa. Them people left stamps. I'm trying to be the great king of Africa. Yeah. We just don't know. We don't know that we icons because we don't put that in our lexicon of thought process. But when I leave this earth, that little guy right there with the little Pikahsso, he was dropping jewels on me. Sometimes you can drop jewels more than just dropping them with the rhyme. It's more. Tupac dropped gems, DMX dropped gems, but you got Pikahsso, you got GYLO, you got Cottonmouth, you got Bobo, you got Trap Boy Freddy, you got even the young cats. Yo Yayo, Get Money, Lil Ronnie. I watch all them little cats, and I'm hip hop to the core. Arkansas Bo, Kinfolk Jack. They can drop juice too. Rakim Al-Jabbar. I study all of them. 7 the Great. I watched 7 the Great. I left a like on his post intentionally. He said, "I'm the best rapper." Came out of Dallas. I had to leave a like to let it. He said, "Read it." But I had to let him know as an OG that I seen him. Not that I'm glad he said it, but I left the like.
Say you're a Grody.
He said I'm a Grody. Yeah. I had to leave a like. Somebody said, hey, Pikahsso. I said, man, no. He's supposed to let him hang like that, right along. He said, I'm the best rapper in Dallas. Somebody sent me the video. Pikahsso, you see what he said? No. I left the like so I want him to know I seen what you said. Yeah. He said that that's a bold statement to make. He got Pookie, Lucci, DOC, but we got to teach them, man. We got to just put that word out there. So they can when we leave, they be studying 7th grade. They be studying Rock. Bro, come out, your boy got a new album with Menace going in.
Dallas.
I watched that.
I talked to him today. He gonna be over here on the 8th.
What's the girl named? Y'all was saying pow. No. She live in Austin now. Creation.
Oh yeah, she used to.
Y'all was making my.
She used to be one of the personalities.
When I was doing my Troubadour road, y'all was saying in the back bow. No. Okay, bow. I heard her voice and I was listening to her vocal intonations in the recordings. When I went live at Real Club and I had that Levi's jacket with the plaid on. Yeah. Y'all was in the background. Bow. I heard y'all talking in the background. She was saying the word like she calling on what I was gonna do. When we leave, man, we agree up. When we leave this earth, it's gonna be people watching these videos. That is Pikahsso dropping jewels. Yep. We can't leave these people with foolishness. Nope. I'm telling you this so you young kids can learn. I'm telling y'all, maybe your son need a little more love, man. You can't be embarrassed of that. Who cares? I don't care about what they think of me.
It's a thing, you know what I'm saying, that you look at it and like you say, the stamp that we leave, you know what I'm saying? Legacy. And the legacy, you know what I'm saying? And it may sound funny when I say I put Agtown musically on the map, but musically I put Agtown on the map. Yeah. There is no other artist that just put the stamp out there like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I think that's the fact.
Wow, the drummer from Foo Fighters died. Wow, it just came in because of war.
I'm not disrespecting anybody that came before me because there was people before me that was putting Arlington on the map. They were doing it. You know what I'm saying? But stamp wise, yeah, the stamp Agtown, I'll take credit for that. Yeah. Musically,
that's yours. You know
musically, but as far as the ruckus, that's the pre. The streets, that's the pre.
That's the pre.
You know what I'm saying? But
we done went too long, man.
But man, I just appreciate y'all for giving me this time.
I just announced a Foo Fighter. They ain't got nothing to do with hip hop. That's just me. I'm random like that.
That is part of rock and roll history, though. You know what I'm saying?
They say he passed away.
For sure. Yeah, I had no idea.
It just popped up.
For sure. Yeah. Man, I want to thank y'all, you know what I'm saying, for giving me this time today, you know what I'm saying, for helping us. This is the first part of the hip hop.
You come back whenever you want.
You know what I'm saying, hip hop listen. This part 1, man, I got a whole lot, you know what I'm saying, to chop up.
We can talk about the legends next time. Yeah. The legends that didn't get their name heard, like the U-Shade, Star-Studded Strutters, Boxheads.
We need all that history, man, for sure. We need that history, man.
We got to find out that dude in that green band from Arlington. What's his name? That dude is so important to Arlington history.
What was it? New Breed something. Dang it. What's his
name? I want to know his name so bad.
My God.
Who would know it? Did we know?
Kanum knows.
Ask Kanum who. We got to talk about it. That dude was a big part of. He had that green and black van. I knew him before GYLO. He's been at that old Kmart on Abrams.
He is one of the even Pimpster.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
Pimpster used to live in Arlington.
Shouts out to Pimpster. Pimpster first guy took me on before Google, he took me on the road, him and Bo Blunt, and we did a show at Dana House in Chocolate City in Dallas, in Oklahoma. That's when I met Moby Dick from Beast by the Pound, because him and Bo Blunt were friends. I'm kicking with Bo, when we did at the Q-Dog house from Beast by the Pound.
Yeah.
Because I went on the road with Pimpster. So we got so much stuff more to talk about, but we go forever, man.
Yeah.
Say, man.
Oh, shout out Ghetto Priest.
Shout out. That's what I was going to go.
Shout out Little Cass. Music is coming.
Shouts out to my boy Money Water for that salad video.
Yes.
That is a who's who of Dallas. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
That he brought us all together. Shouts out to Money Water.
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God.
That was a beautiful. I can't wait to video. Shouts out to Huey Raw for doing my new video. Rest in peace to Big Hub. Big Hub, I know you ain't on here, but I love you. I talked to your dad the other night.
Say, man, that was a wonderful tribute, how y'all worked that off in there.
Shout out, that was Huey Raw. He did. He the new director, new hot director. That's my new director.
He got a lot of videos out here, too.
He did Rakim new video, Kobe Savage new video, some R&B artists. I don't know. He doing a lot of new people, man. Huey Rawls.
He'll be doing a GYLO video.
Yeah, Huey Raw. He
some new GYLO music. Yeah. So y'all got it right here. You heard it first, right here on the Hype Hour. You know, so we gonna do part 2, and when we get this new music release, I'm gonna charge him. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he'll bring it to me first. You know what I'm saying.
Shouts out to my grandson, man.
Go. No.
Can I shout my grandsons out?
Yeah, of course.
TJ and Titan, I love them. Yeah, I'm a grandfather. I ain't scared to admit it.
Already.
TJ and Titan, I love them to
TJ
death.
and Titan. What's up
TJ,
with
I
y'all,
love
man?
Dominic.
Y'all got a dope granddaddy.
Yeah.
Man.
No, shoot, I'm just saying
Love my
mine.
grandson. I ain't
I
scared to say it.
got my two, Dominic and Bryson.
Dominic and Bryson.
I ain't scared to say
man, my sons, you know what I'm saying? My oldest son, the barber, he got him a Love Jones, you know what I'm saying? And so I tell him to try to be careful. I didn't have my son until I was 27.
I'm about
you
that age
started
too.
late.
So
I was like 25.
I'm pretty late. You
I was
compared to some
19.
people. Yeah.
But when you that age, when you get to be 50, you can relax. At 40, you can chill. If you
Yeah.
haven't about that, you wait too late.
So,
You know?
my wife, she out to be playing with my youngest son. My youngest son, he brought his girlfriend home last spring break. She stayed there. She from Austin, but they both go to school up in Wichita Falls. And but she came down here and stayed the weekend, and she stayed here or whatever. And my wife always be saying she ready if a grandbaby comes. I be like,
So
I ain't.
You let me know, y'all country. Cause my baby mama used to let us spend the night with her. Like me. I go out there sometimes, like, cause you spend like, my mama would never let me do nothing like
Oh
that.
yeah, my mama wouldn't let
My mama wouldn't let me do nothing.
When Shanika used to come home to Texarkana, you know what I'm saying, down there, she'd put us in different rooms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all still sneak out when they go to bed?
I know for a fact, when I moved down here, we stayed together before we got married or whatever, and we used to go home. And I think the first couple of times when we went home after I lived here, you know what I'm saying, my mama was still trying to like, mama, you tripping. We got a whole apartment together.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you tripping, and then some of my son.
But you know, in a church house.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
They just trying to have a little morals. Your mama, she meant well. Your mama still living?
No, my mom and my dad are gone.
Yeah, rest in peace.
You know what
Your
I'm
mama got good morals. My mama, I think they were being mean, but they just trying to
Yeah.
say just don't
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah, but I definitely used to sneak back there though. You know what I'm saying?
I stay with this guy. I ain't gonna say I stayed with this girl. Her mama did that. When her mama went to sleep, she know what she is. Look. She, I know what you talking about. Look.
Yeah, guaranteed.
But anyway, man, I enjoyed being on here, man.
Man, for sure, man. I had an awesome time, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably gonna sit here in dialysis tomorrow and watch this
You
whole
on dialysis?
thing. Yeah, I've been doing dialysis since 2009, man.
Oh,
You know
wow.
what I'm saying? For sure. Yeah, for sure. I've been doing that. Yeah.
My homeboy D-Style
2009.
passed away because rest in peace to D-Style from Red Rum. I forgot about D-Style.
Yeah, D-Style.
Rest in peace to he was on Red Rum. I put his interview up on one of his commercials on YouTube. Rest in peace to D-Style. Not to bring it down, but
Yeah.
he passed away from dialysis.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. I'm pretty healthy, been handling it, you know what I'm
Okay.
saying, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I done fought cancer. I had cancer 3 centimeters from my brain. I was doing that, you know what I'm saying, while trying to find the hottest hip-hop in
Thank
the
you, man. We appreciate
DFW,
you, man.
for
I
sure.
didn't know that.
Yeah. You know what it is, man. It's your boy, Big Rip, the Dean, the coach, and the
Peace.
professor. Please say the professor, you know what I'm saying? We enjoyed, you know what I'm saying, a big story, you know what I'm saying, from GYLO, you know what I'm saying, Pikahsso, legends and pillars of the community.
And we will
you
be
know
back.
what I'm saying,
Part
right here in
two.
DFW. Yes, sir. Look forward for part 2, man. Blessings, man.
Peace.
Man, I like